Wow!
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
What a rotten song, what a rotten singer too. Not so rotten Alan Caddick. Alan Caddick, good evening. Welcome. Alan, do me the shut up. Do me the greatest of honours. If you would please. Would you please introduce the show and introduce myself and my co-host tonight, please, Alan? Please.
It's just gone 4 minutes past 10 on Friday night. This is the Late Night Alternative. I'm Doyle. That man nearly. Who are you, madam?
Catherine Boyle.
03444991000 is the number to call. We got Hayley answering the phone.
We haven't.
You can talk about anything you want.
It's Amy answering the phones.
Well, it's close.
It was close. Yeah, it's got letters in and it's a lady. Alan, who's the first caller?
It's me!
Alan, why don't you interview yourself as this first call as you're doing so well?
Alan, what do you want to talk about this evening? I want to Brexit. We're not doing Brexit. Goodbye.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number.
Did he just finish himself right there on the radio?
I think he's done that before. Wow, he hung himself up there, guys. If you want to, by the way, it's got Amy's answering the phones this evening. If you want to interview yourself, you're very, very welcome to 0344 499 1000.
Also, songs you don't really know the words to.
Give me some of that pizza pie. You see, they found balls on Mars.
I saw one ball. Is there more than one?
Yeah. They found balls, completely round, spherical balls on Mars.
Well, Mars itself is a round spherical ball. Obviously, the atmosphere there is...
the Earth isn't spherical.
It's a sphere.
It's not, actually. It's not complete. It's not round.
Well, are them balls?
What?
Are them balls completely round?
Oh, it's so saucy on a Friday night. What are you doing to me? Hey, by the way, Kath, I brought some snacks for later on, but I've got nowhere to put my Pringles. Any suggestions? It's a reference to last night's show, guys.
Not for me, thanks. Chips and dips.
Late Night Alternative. Anything goes. If you're expecting some sensible political chat, then I'm afraid you have got the wrong radio show tonight. It's Friday. And the next week we're only doing 4 nights because we got a night off. Then the week after that we're on our holidays. So I am already in holiday mode. Tomorrow I'm travelling to the Costa del Sol of Great Britain itself. I'm going to Blackpool to a video game event, which I'm very excited about. I should be hosting a panel at 3:30. Absolutely no idea what we're talking about. absolutely no idea what we are talking about, but it's a lot of fun. If you see me there, then come and say hello. If you want pictures, you can ask me for a picture. I'm going to be on my own. I haven't got my kids with me, so just come and say hello. And if you want to give me, if you're there, you can give me free stuff. Just entering the local boozer as we bring on Lee. Good evening, Lee.
Hello, Ian. How you doing?
Very well, Lee. We're doing tonight's show from a boozer.
Well, that's pretty much it. Boozing up, my
Boozing it up, man. Everybody. We'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to play a drinking game, Lee. Right? We don't normally do this. This is a drinking game, and everyone has to play. Obviously, legal age of drinking 13 and above only, please.
We're not saying what you have to drink. We're drinking water.
You've got to drink booze or spirits, okay? Every time either me or Kath says, have a drink, listener, you've got to drink, okay?
Oh,
okay, I will do that.
All right, have a drink, listener.
God, like they need any encouragement.
Okay, I've done a sip.
No, sir. No sips. Neckies. You've got to take two fingers. Can you take two fingers?
I can do, yes.
After a few more drinks. Have a drink, listener.
Okay, I will now. Done.
Good lad. What can we do for you, Lee?
Well, I've met you before, Ian. You know me, I'm Lee.
Whoa, hang on a minute. I have met many fine Lees in my lifetime. Where did we meet you?
I'm the one that offered you the rug one time.
The guy that offered me... Oh, you're the guy that came in the studio?
Yes, that's it,
yes. Lee! The guy that came in the studio. Yes. What can we do for you, Lee?
I just want to say hello and see how you and Kat are.
We are on top of the world looking down on creation, as the Carpenters famously sang many times on their albums and concerts. We're great place. Wonderful. Although today I was sat in a car park questioning my reason for being on this planet, and I couldn't quite come to a conclusion, Lee. What's your reason for being on this planet?
Exactly the same as what you just said, really. I don't know.
No. Does anybody? Let's put this out. This is a heavy question, right? If you're listening and you know what your reason for being on this planet is, please, for the love of God, 0344 499 1000. Give us some. Let us know that someone is settled and knows their reason.
But I will say something, Ian.
Go on, Lee. Say it.
They listen to you and they like you. That's the main thing.
No, here's the thing. I suspect 30% of the people listen to us and like us. The other 70%, 30% listen and like us, 40% listen and are indifferent, and 30% listen and hate us.
Maybe, but I don't hate you anyway. That's the main thing.
Thank you, Leo.
That is the main thing.
That is the main thing. Lee loves us. Let's celebrate.
I'd like to say hello to my mate Aidan, by the way.
Yeah, sure. If you've got his phone number, give him a call, send him a text, and say hello to him that way. Not on my radio show. What do you think this is? The Ken Bruce Popmaster? We're not doing shout-outs and big-ups. 0344 499 1000. Oh, look over there. Look in the corner by the fire. We're in a pub. Doesn't quite sound like a... Does it sound like a pub enough?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Look at that old... look, they've let an old tramp sit by the fire and dry out after the... Hang on a minute. That's not an old tramp. I recognise that guy. George, is that you?
This is me on the phone, yes.
In the pub. George, how lovely to see you.
In what pub?
In the pub that we're in, right now. How lovely to see you.
You can't see me.
Yes, I can. In our pub that we're in.
No.
Yes.
It doesn't.
It does.
What am I doing?
You're sat by the fire drying off your damp clothes.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I know exactly where I'm sat.
I know you're sat by the fire in the pub drying off your damp clothes, and me and Kath loitering by you. There are 2 empty seats, but we won't take them. We're not sticking around for long. We'll stand. What would you like to say to us in the pub tonight, George?
I would like to say the 57 words of a lyric that I scribed.
Say them. No introduction. Let's hear those 57 words. Here we go.
There is nothing beyond reason and purpose, and the God of this world knows all too well. Too well.
Hang on, that's cheated. Did the teacher say it had to be exactly 57 words? So that's why you wrote too well.
Too well.
No, it's going to be the lyric for a song. So.
Okay, carry on with this nonsensical bullshine that means absolutely nothing. But continuez-vous, s'il vous plaît, monsieur.
Overlord of a world in a state of hell, the God of this world is made to play its diverse parts, divine and diabolical, the art of arts. There is truly nothing beyond reason and purpose. It's quite deep.
I've got some of those magnets that you get, with the words on, stuck on the fridge, and the kids keep rearranging them.
It would look great. Those words would look great emblazoned on a giant poster where you see the silhouette of a Native American looking out over what was once their land.
I don't know. These are really interesting times, Ian, and
more interesting than those words? Jokes.
No, I think those words are going to.
They don't mean anything.
Yes, they do.
Is this the Eurovision words?
No.
Okay. So they're like something a bit more catchy.
You've had the Eurovision words from me in the past, I think. But anniversary coming up for me on Sunday, and my 79th birthday. I expect it to be probably my last birthday, but and it was also 44 years ago that on that day that I launched Captain Rainbow's Universal Party, Captain Rainbow being my name for our creator, the God of this world.
What do you think about the fact, and thank you to Ollie, our Mars correspondent, for bringing this to my attention, they found completely round spherical balls on Mars, George, that could only have been made by an intelligent, physical being?
Yes, well, I'm saying we agree that a civilization came from Mars.
We do.
To this planet, and Mars is
thank you, Ollie, for those pictures.
What in the Bible is called Egypt, and
is Egypt not Egypt in the Bible? In Los Biblios?
There is an Egypt in the Bible.
Yeah,
and there
is Egypt.
Yeah, but Egypt really is Mars, and Israel really is this planet. And
when we went to Sham, then she went to Mars.
Went Mars. Auntie's gone to Mars. Where you going for holiday, Auntie? Going to Mars. Blimey, that'll take a long time. I know, but the duty free there is so bloody good.
She had a nice tan.
These are really mystical times, and then things are happening in the world.
I tell you, the most exciting thing that's happening in the world right now. Do you know what it is, George?
This conversation.
No. It's the fact that Cher is flying over to this country pretty much as we speak to put on a series of concerts, that one of which Catherine and I will be going to. And you know what, George? There's not enough love and understanding.
On Sunday, I'm going to launch a new religion.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it called? Bollocks?
No, it's called the Wonder Religion.
Fantastic. I look forward to that for you. I'm enjoying this too much to take adverts. I'm sorry, sponsors. I'm sorry. I'm enjoying this too much to take adverts. Let's go to Mark. Good evening, Mark.
How you doing? All right.
I'm doing very, very well, Mark. Don't swear, Mark.
It's Malky. I don't know where Mark came.
I don't care. I'm calling you Mark from now on. Don't swear.
That's perfect. I was actually wondering about Rainbow George, how he was first christened that, or is that genuinely?
That's top secret. Classified information, Malky. Classified informazione on a need-to-know basis. And let me just tell you, you don't need to know.
Oh, all right, okay. It's a quick one. I listened to the podcast today,
Yes, sir.
the Rebecca Vardy.
Yes, sir.
And I would encourage everyone to listen to it. It's brilliant.
Thank
you. Really, really good.
Thank you, mate. Whereabouts are you calling from, Mikey?
I'm phoning from Scotland.
Yeah.
In a wee place called Kirkcaldy.
I'm a wee lassie from Kirkcaldy, and I'll kiss you for a favour. Hey, thank you. Why did you enjoy that the Rebecca Vardy podcast so much? If you don't mind asking.
I think the reason with you all the time, Ian, is you're so honest, and I actually watched that. You talked about the first thing she said to you, and she called you a rude word.
She called me an effing twit.
Effing twat. Now, I remember that, and in fairness to her, it was a bit of a setup, stitched up by the programme. Obviously, you had to read stuff out, and they were in tough circumstances. You weren't good. But it made me think immediately, the moment she did that, I went, you would just never, ever say that to someone in your first meeting. And especially as I was a big fan of you anyway.
Okay, thank you.
And when I actually watched that, I was just really turned off against her, you know. And I mean, I don't know if you followed much of her career before.
No.
Did you know her before she went in the jump off?
No, didn't know her. I'd heard of the footballer Jamie Vardy, but I was unaware of her. I think maybe I'd heard her name before, but I didn't recognise her when I went in.
It's not really a pretty good story. I mean, I think Jamie Vardy's pretty much, he doesn't speak to his family after he met her.
Yeah, but I don't know if you could. I would be reluctant to blame that on her. You know, I know that's the kind of the story that's out there. Maybe it was her fault, but for a person to not speak to their family, it can't all be manipulation from their partner. There has to be a certain amount of. Why am I defending Rebecca Vardy? I hated her. Thank you very much for your call, Malky. Why am I defending her?
Because you're nicer than she is.
My sister sent me a very rude WhatsApp message today telling me exactly what she thought about Rebecca Vardy. I don't know. I'm just not going to pile into, I'm not going to pile into a pregnant woman. or onto either.
I don't think it makes much difference.
Well, I'm a nice guy. You guys ain't nice. I'm nice. I tell you who's nice. Dredge?
Hello, good evening, and you.
Please don't, I've asked you before, Dredge, please don't do the Jamaican accent, please. It just, I know you're being a white Jamaican, but it just causes problems for us, mate. Please. Give us
maybe Irish.
Oh dear. Give us 3 words.
Oh, what was that?
Give us 3 words to tease up what you're going to talk about after this break. 3 words.
Christaberg.
Oh.
It was 3 words, thank you very much. Christaberg coming soon. Is Christaberg dead?
No.
Okay. It's good to know. This is Talk Radio.
Kick off your slippers. Don't go to bed. The party is just starting. You can sleep when you're dead. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Catherine?
Yeah?
I never seen you looking so lovely as you do tonight. I never seen you look so tight.
Oh.
You are amazeballs. Never seen you putting on a shoe when you want to go out. You flashing your willy about. I have never smelt the hair you're wearing or the dresses in your eyes. I want to know.
What?
Where do you go? Catherine in Red is dancing with Dredge, bum cheek to cheek. Dredge!
Oh, that was romantic, wasn't it?
That's right, a love song for your wedding, Dredge.
Ian, can you stop doing the comedy Jamaican accent?
Oh, it wasn't meant to be Jamaican, it was meant to be Pakistani. Nick Firth says, please remind Dredge he owes me £20. You need to pay that money before we can allow you to speak.
Okay, hold on. There you go.
Fantastic, excellent. Of course, Dredge famously always carries a till with him. Dredge!
Well, I never know who my creditors are going to be.
Exactly. Christopher, tell us about Christopher, mate. What's going on? What's happened?
Oh, yeah, well, I was passing Bournemouth Pavilion, which was painful, and I went in, and Christaberg was going to be on, right, and they were setting up his merchandising stall.
Yes.
So they had T-shirts, you know, CDs, tea towels, whatever.
Tea towels?
They were also selling Christaberg cassettes for £5.
Makes sense.
I thought maybe they should be selling Christa Berg cassette recorders as well.
Well, here's the thing. There must be, but some hipsters will tell you cassettes are coming back. They're not. Although, in the last 6 weeks, I've bought from Facebook Marketplace 2 mini CD radio stereo cassette systems, one for my kitchen and one for my shed. So, but I would imagine in the 80s and 90s when Christa Berg, and is it a silent G or a hard G?
It's a good question, isn't it?
We both said it differently.
He's quite hard, I think.
Tough guy. Christa Berg in the 80s and 90s would have had a lot of cassettes printed up. Probably didn't sell a lot of them. I would imagine this is old, water-damaged stock.
He's probably got some left in his car.
In the boot of his car and in his attic, his loft. So he's just selling them.
Yeah.
I'll buy them for a £5.
You would. Well, what if they were Christa Berg flexi discs? Would you have them?
Oh, the flexi disc. You got any flexi discs, Catherine?
Yeah.
Go on, what you got?
Care Bears.
Have you got the Care Bears flexi disc?
I won one when I was a kid.
Have you still got it?
Probably not.
Okay, because the question was, have you got any? What was on the Care Bears flexi disc?
Care Bear song.
Could you sing us a bit?
I think that might have been the Care Bear Cousins on the B-side.
Right.
And I think that went something
like...
What
about the tribute band?
It was a spin-off. Don't mock. It was very popular at the time.
Okay. I like the
Care Bear Cousins was lots of heart, elephant is very strong. Right heart raccoon is hardly ever wrong. Something, something, something with the Care Bear Cousins.
The flex, I've got several flexi discs. I've got some Monkeys flexi discs, of course. No, I haven't. That's a lie. I've got some Monkeys cardboard discs from the back of cereal packets.
I know you have, because you played one once when I was there.
I have those.
It didn't work.
I have the unexplained flexi disc, which came with the Unexplained magazine, and anyone who's ever heard it will tell you it is the most...
You are sleeping. You do not want to believe.
It's the most terrifying thing. I heard it when I was 14. It was my sister's. She had, 13 or 14. She had tried to rip it up because it scared her and her boyfriend, so much. I fished it out of the bin, put it on when the house was empty, and I cacked my pants. It's recordings of ghosts speaking. And it was absolutely terrifying. I think them's the only flexis I got.
Didn't Brian Wilson make a flexi disc for some bizarre Barbie doll type thing once?
No.
Yes, he did.
No.
Yes, he did.
No.
I made my own flexi disc.
Hang on a minute, Dredge. I'm sorry, mate. You're Donald Trump. I'm the BBC, right? You have just said something factually incorrect, right?
No,
so I am
correct.
fact-checking yo ass. Could you give me some, Mr. President? You mentioned a Brian Wilson...
It might have been a cereal packet record.
Mr. Wilson, Catherine, please don't help him. Mr. President, you mentioned a Brian Wilson flexi disc. I'd like some more information about that, please.
It might have been a Beach Boys one that Brian Wilson made completely by himself when he was pretty ill, and they put it out as part of a Barbie doll package. So I believe.
California Dream Barbie doll, 1987.
All right.
Oh, hang on a minute. This is something.
Barbie, oh Barbie, you're my California dream. Oh Barbie, hey Barbie, you are yummy like ice cream.
Wow.
I know the song.
Let's get the heart to beating. You're so charming, you're crazy and disarming. Oh Barbie, you living doll.
Wow. I know the song. I didn't know it was a flexi. There was also, and I didn't know this, right? When they were just...
Have you seen it on the record, what it says?
What?
Producer, Brian Wilson. Executive producer, Dr. Eugene Landy.
Of course it is. But when they were, there was another song, right, that I didn't know of. When they were the Beach Boys and they were starting out, they recorded, and then they recorded like a song with their mum singing in the background under a pseudonym written by someone else, under the name Kenny and the Cadets, right? And this is also, here we go. This is also about Barbie dolls, right? Here we go.
Barbie, Barbie, queen of the prom. Turn down dates with Eddie and Tom. Everyone loves her, she's lovely to see. But Barbie, my Barbie, she loves only me.
That's quite a nice song, that.
It's brilliant. Yeah, they're both great.
Yeah, they are both great.
They're both. Are they both on the greatest hits?
I think they're on Greatest Hits Volume 2.
Okay. But I made a flexi. I attempted to make a flexi disc when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I basically, because I was so enamoured with the form, I basically got a bit of paper, cut it into a circle, drew notes on it, and put it on the gramophone. Didn't work. I thought music was going to come out. But then again, I was 7.
That's not how it works. But for those who don't know, there'll be people going, "What are these two old? What are these three old farts talking about?" Flexi discs. Those who, will you just tell them what it is, Dredge?
It's a disc that's made of what appears to be transparent sellotape or something weird like that. Something very thin.
And you would get them on the front of pop magazines. Go on, Kath.
On this Beach Boys Barbie one, it's got a little space on it. It says, place coin here if sound sheet slips.
Yeah.
So it was so flimsy, it would you put a coin on it and it would hold it still, but otherwise it would be kind of go bumpy after a while.
I can't find the audio for the unexplained flexi disc. If anyone can find it on YouTube, tweet me the link and we'll play it out, because a few people are going, what's that spooky flexi disc Ian was talking about? It is absolutely, we've played it before, it is absolutely terrifying. What's this book? Oh no, yes, I'm being told that there's a book out about flexi discs, which I might see if
the Johnny Trunk thing.
Yeah, any good?
Who knows?
Okay, well, Dredge, the man of mystery. Anything else before I cut you off?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to... Here she come now singing, come on now. Here we go. It's time now for a Mars correspondent update with our Mars correspondent, Ollie. That's Ollie.
Hello, Ian and Kath.
Hello, Ollie.
Hello, Ollie, mate.
I've called to protect my reputation.
Now, Ollie was very kindly told me he's the second best correspondent. By the way, can I just say, guys, we are looking for a Doctor Who correspondent. If anyone is up for that, we are looking for a Doctor Who correspondent.
Can I double up? I can be.
No, you can't double up, you dirty git. Ollie very kindly told me about the balls. They'd found round balls on Mars, and they could only have been made with physical hands. They could only have been made by carbon life forms. Isn't that correct, Ollie?
No, they are naturally occurring.
You know that how?
Because the Opportunity rover in 2004 discovered the balls, and then in 2017 the Curiosity rover analysed the balls.
You know what happened to Curiosity, don't you?
It's very good.
It killed a cat.
No, not on Mars. And the spheres
on Mars
are formed.
Killed a Mars cat, the most deadly of all the cats in the world. Mars cats.
Can I do the science?
Yes, of course you can.
The spheres formed through a process called concretion, where minerals precipitate within sedimentary rock.
Ollie, tell me something that's completely round in nature, please.
These balls. They happen on Earth. The Moquai marbles.
The Moquai marbles. Made by the Moquai Indians.
Well, they used to think, like, people like you know...
Racist? Homophobe?
Used to think that they were like dinosaur eggs or like fairy eggs.
Again, there he goes again. People like you, fairies.
So, we got to do science. We got to put science.
You're right. So, Ollie, just tell me one example of something on this planet
marbles
that is completely smooth and round.
Rocks that are like
Jason Statham's head.
I'll give you that.
Apples, oranges.
Apples are not completely smooth and round. Oranges aren't smooth. Struggling a little bit.
Have you held one of these marbles? They're not that.
Yeah, what marbles you get from a toy shop, mate? They're man-made. Ollie. it's really interesting stuff here. Tell me about I'm more interested in the Mars cats that you mentioned, the deadliest cats in the world, the cats that roam the planet Mars. Tell us a little bit about those, please.
There are no life forms on Earth.
That was a great one. That was a Mars correspondent update from our Mars correspondent.
Ollie.
That's
Ollie.
Anything else, Ollie?
Could I please be the Doctor Who correspondent?
Can
we do a face-off with Pete? If Pete calls in, can I?
Don't know anyone called Pete. Hang on a minute. Stephen?
Yes.
Would you like to be the Doctor Who correspondent?
Can I be a Star Trek correspondent?
No.
I could do that now.
You can't be...
Okay.
Can we have a Star Trek face-off?
Sorry?
Can we have a Star Trek face-off?
What do you want, face-off or Star Trek?
Either.
I'd rather Star Trek myself.
Right. No. We're not having a Star Trek correspondent.
Oh,
right.
Ollie, good evening to you.
Ian, has the Apprentice correspondent been fixed already?
No, it hasn't. If I'm honest, that's turning into a bit of a disaster, the whole Apprentice correspondent apprentice. Stephen, so just tell me, we haven't had anybody else express any interest in this. Would you like to be the Doctor Who correspondent?
The Doctor Who correspondent? Yeah, okay.
Okay, brilliant.
Spirit.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. That's good news, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah, it's great news, Ian.
You going to congratulate Stephen?
Well done, Stephen.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Would you like to give us one, Stephen?
Well, a round of applause.
No, here we go. It's time for our Doctor Who correspondent update with
Stephen.
And not with
Pete.
Well, the new Doctor Who series is likely to kick off around Christmas time. There'll be a Christmas special.
No, there won't.
Who said that?
Pete.
That wasn't Ian.
There will not be a Christmas special this year.
Why are you so sure?
Because they've already said that there's not going to be a Christmas special this year.
Is it because she's a bird and just to go and make a cake?
She's too busy doing
No, it's because Chris Chibnall can't think of any good ideas for Christmas stories.
Excuse me. Who is the Doctor Who correspondent here?
Stephen.
And who is it not?
Pete.
Right. Stephen, carry on with your update about what sounds like a very exciting Doctor Who Christmas special this year.
Well, I think it will be exciting. It will kick off the end of this year, carry on into the new year. And as you know, the series are shorter than they used to be. They used to drag on. If you remember the old days, it was every Saturday afternoon, and it seemed to go on forever. Whereas now the seasons are quite short for Doctor Who, aren't they?
The series now, they used to be seasons.
Pardon? They used to be what?
They were seasons in the old days, season 1 to season 26. Now it's series. We're on series 12 next year.
Of the current incarnation,
so series now. They used to call them seasons. Now they call them series. But carry on. Carry on, please, Stephen.
I'm so sorry, Stephen. Pete, do I have to remind you who the correspondent is or who the correspondent isn't?
I think we should.
The correspondent is
Stephen,
and the correspondent isn't
Pete.
Right, Stephen. Please carry on with telling us about the new season. It sounds very exciting. Away you go. And keep quiet, Pete.
Well, the Doctor she's going to go back into Earth history, as has become the habit in recent years, and maybe less going to other planets. So that's what's on the hotline, basically. Pardon?
Sorry, no, carry on.
No, she's liable to be back on Earth history. Sometimes they have intergalactic stories set on a spaceship in Andromeda or something, but she's more liable to go back into Earth history back in the 1800s or 1500s, whatever, and uncover some mystery. So I think that's the way the trend seems to be going for next season. I can promise you that, I think, with great surety.
That was the Doctor Who correspondent update with
Stephen.
And not with
Pete.
Once again, that's with
Stephen.
That was great, Stephen. Excellent. We definitely chose the right man there. Very knowledgeable. I like the way you said they'd be going back in time, and then you gave us two examples of past times, the 1500s or the 1800s.
I thought I knew everything about Doctor Who, but Stephen it taught me an awful lot.
Stephen has I haven't watched Doctor Who for a few seasons, but he's really whetted my appetite.
Mine's quite wet too.
Are you wet, Pete?
Am I what, sorry?
Wet.
Are you wet? Is your appetite been whetted?
I'm incredibly wet, yes.
Thank you, Stephen. Good evening, Pete.
Oh, Ian.
Yes?
Ian, can I ask you, talk to you about a flexi disc?
Yeah, go on. Pete, you can put the phone down now if you want, mate. You could have put it down 5 minutes ago and it would have probably helped, but never mind, yeah?
Right, I found a flexi disc a long time ago, which I've since disposed of, and which I found originally on the front of a magazine, like you said. Now, it was quite a good song, and I'm sure with your knowledge of pop music and Cass's abilities on the computer, you could track it down on YouTube.
Yes.
It's about an old seaman who's retired, and he's looking out at sea, and it's something like something. Poor old Archie. It's the name of the ship, I think.
Yes.
Good ship. You've served me well. Okay. Farewell, untold oceans. I'll ride the tide to eternity. I think if you those last words, it ride the tide of eternity, because he knows he's going to pass away. You see. So he's a retired sailor. So ride the tide of eternity. Perhaps if those are key words on YouTube,
perhaps you could Google them.
Yeah, but I don't have internet access at the moment, Cass. You see, I can't at this moment. But I think
destroyed you there, Cass.
Or one of your team behind the desk, your
we are
expert team.
We are the team.
Whoa! Why are you having beef with the Doctor Who correspondent?
I'm just telling
you should be having beef with the non-Doctor Who correspondent.
No, it's fine. Pete's been seen to.
Sorry?
This is more about just...
Pete?
I just want to make sure that everyone knows exactly what's going on here and that there isn't a vast team of people. It's just two idiots.
And Amy.
Amy's not an idiot.
No, but Amy knows what she's doing, doesn't she?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Stephen, thank you for that. I enjoyed that correspondent update. I'm looking forward to more. Pete, I think you could work on your tone and your graciousness a little bit.
Yeah.
We're not even going to talk about the Mission to the Unknown remake, then.
What?
That premiered on YouTube this week.
What are you talking about?
1965's Mission to the Unknown.
Are you talking about Doctor Who?
Yes.
It's none of your business, mate.
None of your business, mate. Doctor Who, I'm afraid now, is none of your business,
Leave it
mate.
to the experts.
It's Stephen's business.
No, I'd like to talk about FlexiDisc.
Oh, well, you go then. Thank you. Look, there we go. We can talk about FlexiDisc. Just stay off Doctor Who.
Sometimes you just got to be firm with
It's none of his business.
No, it isn't.
Yes, Pete, tell us about FlexiDiscs.
There was a FlexiDisc on the cover of issue 167 of Doctor Who magazine.
Oh, get off my show.
Uncut after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Doctor Who, FlexiDiscs, share, all of these things and much, much less have been discussed so far. Let's go to Dave. Good evening, Dave.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kath.
Hello.
Yes, that Doctor Who expert was very good, wasn't he?
He was excellent. Stephen was brilliant.
Breath of fresh air.
Yeah, a real worthy addition to the team.
I mean, the other guy probably wasn't on the set for the, Peter Capaldi's last series with the sketch troupe guy. Mark, that fella.
Yeah, from the League of Gentlemen.
Dave,
did you go and see the Chris Morris film today?
No, it's not on round our way at all, so I've got to go further.
I need to talk to you about it.
Yeah, I've heard very differing things. It's either terrible or great.
Well, I've seen the Chris Morris film. Is it called The Day Shall Come? Of course, Chris Morris from Brass Iron, Day to Day, and Four Lions. And I saw the film, and I'm a big fan. And I was really unimpressed with it. Whereas the Joker, I thought was a good film. I thought it was all right. I thought Joker was all right. This I actually thought wasn't much cop at all, really. But I wonder if I was watching it in a cynical mood. I trust your opinion, Dave. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd say I've seen very different reviews. Other people say it's horrible or it's a work of genius, and I know there's a certain sort of fan base around him. Certain he can do no wrong, but
my complaints were it was too American, which is the thing. If someone wants to, that's fine. And it was just too much like a lazy farce, and without I'm not. I have a problem with the ending, and I'm not going to say any more than that because I don't want to. I don't want to spoil it. But I have a problem with the ending.
I'm trying to go see it sometime this weekend and find somewhere that's showing it. It's not showing everywhere. But,
okay.
Anyway, flexi-discs.
Yes.
Yeah. Smash Hits. There was XTC had a flexi-disc. They had, I think 10 Feet Tall was on a flexi-disc. It was on the front of one of theirs.
That's a great song.
And the other one, Smash Hits one, I've got it somewhere. I can never find it though. They did a sort of fake Christmas party where Mark Ellen, who went on to do Q Magazine and Mojo and stuff, went round interviewing various pop stars. It's a bit like those sort of when impressionists, I was at a party and over here was, and he sort of pretended he was interviewing all these people like Bananarama and the Specials and Duran Duran, and that's quite funny.
Yeah.
But there's also one, a Slade one I've got as well, which is Slade Talk to Melanie readers, Melanie magazine.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say it was Slade Talks to Melanie. I thought, wow, what a great pairing.
No, where they say sort of, thanks for buying our records and making all sort of hits sort of stuff. But I've ordered that Johnny Trunk book on Flexidisc, so I'll let you know what it's like.
Let us know if it's any good, because it's a weird because obviously there's kind of all the pop ones that would get me feeling randy, but then you've got the things like like Milton Keynes. There was a Milton Keynes
Umbrella
flexi-disc. Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't know. I think we can play this. Hang on a second, if I can find it. There's this. This is a very famous flexi disc. Here we go. Do you know what this is going to be, Dave?
Is it a Private Eye thing?
No. Let's try again.
Do you recognise that tune?
Oh, God.
Do you know what it is yet?
Yeah, I do.
What is it?
Rolf Harris teaching you how to play the old,
Oh, yeah.
Kath's trying to think of the word for it. Don't tell her. Just say the words that are coming into your head. Say the words, because she's... Oh, look. Say it.
Like a Zeppotron.
That's it, the Zeppotron,
What's it called?
Here we go.
You recognise that tune? Yeah. That's Moon River, of course.
On a Zeppotron.
Moon River. The tune I used to introduce the original stylophone on one of my television shows way back in 1968. And what a success story that's been.
There's that flexi disc, of course. Well, there was
and a stylophone used on what hit single?
Oh, David Bowie.
Yes,
of course. Yeah. That Milton Keynes flexi disc, does that exist? Oh, hang on, there's a McDonald's flexi disc. Let's see what this is. Oh, they sounded crap, by the way. I should say that.
Yeah, because they got better.
Good morning, class. Today we're going to learn a listener out there a chance to win $1 million. So, no. Okay. Here goes. Big Mac McDLT, a quarter pounder with some cheese fillet, a fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger, a Happy Meal, McNuggets, tasty golden French fries, regular or larger size of salad, Shepherd Garden, or a chicken salad, Oriental, Big breakfast, egg McMuffin, hot cakes and sausage, maybe biscuits, bacon, egg and cheese, or sausage, Denny's, hash browns, 2 and 4, dessert, hot apple pies and sundaes, 3 varieties of salsa, cone, 2 kinds of shakes and chocolate, chip cookies, and a drink, a Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, an orange drink, a Sprite and coffee, decaf, 2, a low-fat milk, also an orange juice. I love McDonald's, good time, great taste, and I get this all at one place. Got it? Wow. Okay, now you do it. Big Mac McDLT, a quarter pounder with some cheese.
Oh, those guys got it wrong. Etc.
Did you get £1 million if you listened to that more than once?
If you make it through to the end, you win $1 million, Dave. $1 million greenbacks. Anything else, David?
I don't think so.
Then I should wish you a jolly good old weekend and stick it up your bum. 0344 499 1000, a chocolate fountain, bags of crisps and a slush machine. No! This isn't a 7-year-old shopping list, it's Cher's Rider.
Yes, mate.
I'd love to be Cher's Rider. I can reveal the pop legend has given an outrageous list of demands to venues ahead of the UK leg of her Here We Go Again tour to ensure she's never short of a treat or 20 and backstage. As well as a series of extravagant refreshments, the detailed document also insists on an entire room dedicated to her wigs and stage outfits. I wouldn't want it any other way. Can you believe we're going to see Cher?
It's going to be brilliant.
Oh, it's the only concert that can come close to Kiss in terms of pure camp theatrics.
Probably. Costume will be very similar too.
Yep. She went out with Gene Simmons. She dated Gene Simmons for a while, and then I think when he finished with her, he started going out with Diana Ross from the Diana Ross and the Supremes.
He was definitely after their wigs then.
Yeah, he would have been. A source close to the Believe singer, who is said to be worth more than £250 million.
Hey, the son, we don't need you telling us, the one that sang Believe. We know Cher is.
Said, what Cher wants, she gets. The venues and caterers have been asked to provide white and milk chocolate fountains, a slush machine, mountains of sugar-free Red Bull and cans of Coca-Cola. Cher has also asked for bottles of chilled Moet and Chandon champagne, several bars of chocolate, and very specifically Walker's Thai sweet chili crisps. They're my favourite.
Yeah, mine.
Well, I wonder how she's going to eat them. She has also ordered fruit platters and water, which must be 23.5 degrees C. Is C Celsius or centigrade?
Celsius.
Not sure, are you?
No.
No. Well, if you're going to do like a
centigrade, right?
You got Fahrenheit, then we had centigrade. It's like, we need a third one. Why don't you start it with like D? Like Celsius. Call it Celsius or something. Not Celsius, because you've got the F and you've got the C. Don't do a, or if you want to be funny, you could do it as a K, then the fourth one could have a U, and then you could have some fun. But don't do it as the same letters.
No. I didn't think, did they?
The star has spent the past fortnight performing around Europe, and will kick off the UK leg on October the 20th. Hang on, we're going on October the 21st, aren't we? Have I got the date right? Have I?
Yeah. Just check.
Holy granola. What the hell have I done?
21st is a Monday.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. The O2, along with all of the other venues, will have to switch off its air conditioning when the Mamma Mia 2 star enters the building. The source added, air conditioning can be harsh on her voice, so Cher wants it kept to a minimum. She also likes the backstage area to be relaxing and calming.
They do say calming.
They don't say calming.
They do calming.
Calming. She also likes the backstage area to be relaxing and calming. Before she goes on stage, she has to get into the Cher zone. Forget there we go. Good for her. Good. Here's the thing. I want my pop stars to be, the third temperature is the Kelvin scale. But then what is Celsius and what is centigrade? Those are three temperatures. But then with that Kelvin, it does begin with a K. So we're close to spelling FC, UK out of, temperature letters. I'm not going to take that call because I don't want to talk to that person.
Yeah, I like my, pop stars to be exacting. Thing is, that's all she has to do, so of course she wants it perfect.
Yeah, I often think as well, Mariah Carey and all of that. I do think it must become a sport to them. I wonder, I'm getting paid $1 million for this show. I wonder how far I can push it in terms of, with the ridiculous demands.
Yeah, because the room with her was kittens, wasn't it?
Was it?
And candles and stuff.
You had to have kittens with candles up their arses.
No.
You had to have kittens in the dressing room, and then after the show they had to be executed.
I don't
with 2 bits of wood.
Oh!
There we go. And she had to do it herself. That was the demand, wasn't it?
I know. The irony of being called Mariah Carey.
Exactly. When she doesn't carry very much indeedy. Oh. Okay, that's an hour down. That's an alright, it's an alright start to the show. It's all right. We can do better.
Do for me.
We can do better than that. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Very simple. You phone up. You'll speak to Amy. She will take your name and number. It doesn't even want to know what you want to talk about, really. And you can phone into anything. What have we discussed? Cher, Doctor Who, pop stars being extravagant, flexi discs, We talked about Mars, life on Mars.
We had a very interesting chat with Stephen about Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Oh, there's a story on the front page that the MI6 boss says there are definitely aliens out there. So there's a lot to talk about. If you want to give us a call on those or anything else you want, 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. We call you back. This is the Late Night Alternative with Kath and Iain every weeknight from 10 on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
No wonder that I can sing a song about my baby. She looks so helpless. I feel so dark and wealthy. No wonder that I can sing a song about my baby. So happy together, love is better in that soulful old man sunshine. That soulful old man sunshine. Hey, man, shine your love on me. Hey, man, shine your love on me. Soulful old man sunshine, shine your light divine on me. The light shines through and I see you there standing before me. Today the world is new, I feel so high and so far with you. Yeah. Morning and evening, my love is weaving a magical thread of joy that joins our hearts together. La 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 la. La la, oh 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 yeah, oh la 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 oh oh.
I'm about to enter a very huge Beach Boys phase. That song, they recorded that song I think about 1967, 68. Didn't release it until about 1999. Beach Boys is crazy, guys. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Yes, Sam, very quickly.
Hello.
Hello, Sam.
I was very rude last time I called. It was last week.
Yes?
Yes, I just wanted to say sorry.
Thank you very much. Apology accepted. Let's go to a man who's never rude. It's Nelly. Good evening, Nelly.
Good evening, Ian. You okay?
It would have been your perfect opportunity to have said up yours, and you didn't deliver.
I'm not that well inclined, you know very well. I'm a nice guy.
This guy's a nice guy. I bet I could get you riled up. I bet I can get you to say something vulgar to us.
Don't think so. Go for it.
Okay. I think you're not a nice man. I think you're a rude man.
Keep going.
Okay. This is tough. I like this. This is tougher than I thought. I thought you'd have cracked at that.
You want some more?
You have a go, Kath. Go on.
Smelly Nelly.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
He's owning it.
Welly Nelly, and by Welly Nelly, I mean you just wear wellies to school.
Well, I'm not really a welly man. But
He's getting riled! You can hear it in his voice, he's getting riled. Go on, Kath, I reckon one more, do it.
Smelly Nellie's got jelly belly.
Oh, shut up, Kath.
Yay! I knew it! I knew we could get you to crack, Nelly! I knew it! And now everybody calm down, calm down, calm down. Whoa, the Colorado Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Everybody's always a lullaby.
Shut up!
Yes, Nelly, what can we do for you this evening, please?
Well, I enjoyed your chat earlier in the week about when you did stand-up. I thought it was very interesting, insightful. I tried stand-up about 10 years ago. Did, like, open spots around the northeast. And I ended up sort of giving up because I'd basically done all the open nights there were in the northeast, and I got to a point where it was either travel further, like Manchester, Leeds, the bigger cities, and also the last gig that I ever had, there was like 5 or 6 open acts on in a room of 12 people, and it was like it literally was 2 sofas of people, a couple of stools, and then me sort of making people laugh. But because it's a big empty room, it's just the weirdest atmosphere.
I did open spots when I was younger, and I dipped my toes back into doing stand-up. Maybe about 10 years ago, I kind of thought, I wonder if I'm completely done there. So I went and did open spots, and I did the things in front of, 5 people, 12 people, 30 people, and, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I found the people nicer this time than they were, kind of 25 years ago. But I didn't like it. And because I'd been on telly, not everyone recognised me. It was quite a low point in my career. But because it may have been even more recent than that, maybe sort of 7 or 8 or 9 years ago. But because I'd been on telly, people were expecting, and the ones that recognised me were expecting something that I was not prepared to or able to give them. So why did you stop then, Nelly?
The thing is, I got some pretty good feedback from 1 or 2 comics who had been doing it for a while. I was surprised. I was inexperienced. Thought I had a well-honed 10 minutes done. But I just got to a point where I sort of performed at all the places I could perform. I wasn't ready to make that step up from open spots because I needed more experience. But I'd already performed in all the smaller places that there was. You know what I mean? So
aren't you meant to go around and then keep doing them again and again and again?
Well, I guess so. But I didn't feel comfortable performing the same 10 minutes, the same places. You see, and I didn't really have the confidence to perform the newer stuff that I'd maybe done. So it just got to a point where I was thinking, you know what? And that last gig I had sort of made my mind up really. But I wanted to sort of because part of my act I did basically, and what I have also had as well is more recently is jokes used to come to me in my sleep when I was even dreaming. I want to run a few by you and see what you and Catherine think.
Okay.
If they're good or if they're just.
This is dangerous.
Well. It could actually be. I mean, it could be good. Okay. It could be a push towards me going back, maybe trying it again.
All right. Okay.
Or it could be just, forget about it.
Let's hear it.
So I've got a few, okay? So, sale at the pet shop, 9% off canaries. They're going cheap.
You're joking.
That's...
What?
Next one? No, okay.
Well, no, hang on a minute. That's an old joke.
That one, isn't it?
Is it an old joke?
Yeah. And also, why do you need the 9% off?
90% off.
But why do you need that? You just say there's a sale on canaries at the pet shop. They're going cheap. That's the joke.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, next one. I hate hedgehogs. Selfish, arrogant, just pricks.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, what you did there was very clever because I love hedgehogs, and when you said you hated hedgehogs, I was thinking, how can anyone hate a
Here's
hedgehog?
the problem
you're
going to meet here, Nelly, is Catherine doesn't laugh at anything.
I do.
Never laughed at anything I've ever said, and I'm the funniest guy I know.
You see, I'm just warming up. I think Catherine will laugh before I get to the end of my few jokes here. Next one. Okay. Line goes to a steakhouse. Waiter says, how do you want your steak?
Oh, no, don't.
Stop it. You did not make that up.
You didn't make that. That's like a joke Mr. Tumble tells.
That's like in kids' joke books, page 5.
Well, maybe that's where. Maybe it's been deep inside my psyche. Yeah. I'm not so much sure where it's come from. Okay, forget that.
You can't stand. Don't go back. You cannot stand in front of paying punters holding a microphone.
And do what's black and white and red all over.
And none who's been shot.
Well, there's others. I think there's other ones.
I bet he'll do why are pirates, because they are. He's going to do that next.
Yeah.
They say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, unless you're Steve Jobs.
Unless what?
Well, he's dead.
Well, that's the point. Okay, forget that. That was the point.
Too soon, mate. Too soon.
Pearl and Dean. Pearl and Dean walk into a
No, that's not going to work. No one knows who those guys are now.
Goodbye, Nelly. Yeah, no, I know why he couldn't play those clubs again, because they wouldn't let him. Let's take a break, and then we'll come back, and we're really going to kick this show into gear. This is Talk Radio.
Whispering lunar incantations for cross-parents, cross-dressers.
Yeah, did you know this about me?
And cross-rail workers.
Steel and polycarbonate.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got a very poor internet connection.
On Talk Radio.
Kath's enjoying a Twitch stream I did from earlier on. Twitch.tv/Iain Lee. It's free. Follow for updates. You can subscribe if you want. If you're on Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. You link your Amazon Prime account, bishy bashy boshy. I get a few quid, doesn't cost you a penny. I've not done many this week. Apologies to my regular subscribers. I do apologise. I did one today in the car. A little short half an hour one, which Kath is just watching a bit of, and you seem to be enjoying, Catherine, chuckling away there. Okay.
It's the tongue action.
Thank you. And I'll be doing some this weekend from Blackpool. If I can get any Wi-Fi on the train, which is unlikely, I might do a bit on the train, but I'm going to be doing some this weekend at the replay games event in Blackpool. I'll be doing some Saturday. I might do some in my hotel room Saturday night. And then Sunday. So, do watch. I'm really tired. Right, I'm struggling to quite get the vibe. We've had some great stuff. We've had some great calls. I really enjoyed Steve and Pete arguing. That made me laugh a lot. Right, made me laugh a lot, and I enjoyed chatting to Dave, and I've enjoyed all the calls actually. But I feel like we've not quite got a vibe. So there's a couple of things we could do. We could do a Periscope love bomb. Maybe we'll do that later on. Maybe there'll be. Maybe we'll do that later on. We got some stories in the papers. About shepherd's pie, plumbers, handshakes, ghosts. I don't know. We've got those to fall back on. Right?
Yeah.
So we've got stuff.
I've got some exciting news.
Oh, you have as well. I was thinking maybe we could phone out. Where in the world?
Yeah.
I've not really been watching the news. So bleak. I've been listening to the Demi Moore audiobook. It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good story.
It's really good story. Well, it's not a good story. It's a horrific story. It's an incredible story. I identify with a lot of what she's saying in terms of self-abuse and self-harm to try and fill a hole and stuff. Dad was when she said, "Oh, my dad committed suicide," you think, "Oh God." And then he was 36 years old, and she was 19, I think, at that point. He said, "Bloody hell, 36. It's 10 years younger than me."
Yeah, parents were kids, weren't they?
Parents were terrible.
Yeah.
You know, you can say that quite freely.
It becomes clear why her mum's the way she is a bit later on.
Okay. Okie dokie. So I've been listening to that. So I've not been listening to the news, so I don't really know what's going on. Is there something big going on somewhere in the world where possibly, and actually one's just popped into my head, where possibly we could try and phone someone, just like get like the number of a cafe or a bar or something, and ask them about what's going on. You know the one that's popped into my head? Turkey. Big old Situazione in Turkey, isn't there, with Donald Trump pulling out the American troops that were fighting with the Kurds, our allies.
Don't know how freely the people will be.
Well, no, exactly. That will be interesting. So he's pulled out supporting the Kurds, who are our allies. His reasoning, they didn't help us in World War II. Great reason.
He's just remembered.
It's great reason. And he's basically given permission to, not Emilio Estevez. Who is the president of Turkey?
Erdogan.
Yep. Erdogan to go in and invade that part of Syria and kill the Kurds. And Erdogan has said, if Europe says this is like genocide or this is illegal, I will open the borders and release 3.2 million Syrian refugees into Europe. So it's a mess. It's a mess. Interestingly, I had some talks about 3 years ago, doing a TV show for Turkish, like the Turkish BBC, like doing a British thing. And I went, and I didn't really know the politics, and I went and had one meeting, and then I came back, and then I read up a bit on it and thought, probably not going to do this, but I'm going to ask a few questions. And then, so I went, it was a British team, but then the second meeting, maybe in the first meeting as well, they brought over, like, some guy from Turkey.
Yeah, it felt a little bit like Sputnik or...
Yeah, and I said, how free is this show going to be? And the Turkish guy said, it's free. You say whatever you want. I said, okay. So would I be able to criticise Erdogan? And he got really, really angry and went on this big spiel about how Erdogan is turning their country around and how there's all these lies in the press about him killing journalists and stuff like that. These people, but locking up journalists, these people are traitors. They deserve to be locked up. You cannot, he has not done anything wrong. If he did do something wrong, you could question it, but he hasn't done anything wrong and I can't see him doing anything wrong. And I'm thinking, how much do I really want this £750 an episode they were going to pay me? And it was never offered in the end, but had it been offered, I'm pretty sure I would have said no. I'd like to think I would have said no to it. I'm pretty sure I would have said no to it. But there is from what I gather, there's a real split in Turkey from those that support Erdogan and those that don't and think he's a dictator. So there's that. There's an option we could phone them up. Let's phone Turkey up. Let's find a bar. A restaurant. Let's find somewhere in Turkey. We'll do it respectfully. We'll let them know that they're on the air. They've got the option to put the phone down if they want. We'll do it in a nice way. We'll give whatever we we'll give them a nice little plug as well. Let's give them a call and see what their take is on the thing. Now, bearing in mind, right, I'm going to phone someone at random. We'll try it a couple of times. We might get told to F off. But we're phoning someone at random, just as if someone in Turkey were to phone here at random to ask someone's opinion on Brexit. You might get a Tommy Robinson. You might get a Marxist. It's unlikely you're going to, by making that phone call here, you're going to get someone in the middle going, well, this is dragging on. I don't really know the pros and the cons of it. So,
okay.
What you got?
What about this then? The Beso restaurant and bistro in Istanbul.
What's the dialing code for Turkey?
+90.
So 0090.
Yep.
0090. Yeah.
212 526 4646.
We might not get anything. We might. Let's have a little look. There we go, it's ringing. What's it called?
The Beso restaurant.
Okay.
Or Beso.
Suppose they might be a couple of hours. Are they 2 hours ahead of us? 3 hours?
Yeah. Let's have a look. It's 1:23 there. They'll still be out. They'll still be there, won't they? Maybe not. Let's try a bar, maybe.
Let's try a bar.
Ah, hang on. Muslim country,
isn't it? A hookah place?
Let's have a look.
Would there be a hookah place? Have you ever done the hookah pipe?
Nah.
I'd love to. You don't know hookah pipe, Amy? You haven't?
I don't want to do any of that stuff. I think he might set me off again.
Catherine's got an oral fixation, that's what she's referring to.
No. Hookah Cafe.
Okay, the B-side place isn't answering. You ever been to Turkey?
Okay.
Go on. What was it, 009? T?
Yep. 216.
Hang on. Yeah?
325.
325.
5273.
52. Who's this?
This is the Hookah Cafe. Closes at 4.
Oh, buddy. You got hookah?
Shisha.
It's not drugs in hookah.
No. Well, it is.
Well, it's not proper drugs.
It's chemicals. I don't smoke.
What was that noise? Did you hear? Did you hear like a cigarette burning?
My nose.
No, I don't think it was. All right, let's try one more because this ain't. Let me see if I can. Let's see if I can find a place. It's
Here's one.
With respect, every place you've chosen has not worked.
Okay, well, let's see.
Last one. No, last one from you. Go on.
Okay, this is the Harabe Cafe.
Yep.
Closes at 3.
Haribo Cafe.
No, Harabe.
It'll be more than 1 hour ahead of us.
It's not. I've just looked at the time.
Okay, you're not very good at getting times right, though.
It's 1:25.
Okay.
90 212
212
522
522
2930.
Okay. Okay, let's have a little. What's this place?
Harabe Cafe.
The Haribo Cafe.
Harabe.
Harabo.
God. Yeah.
Okay. Habibi.
No, not that.
Hello, good evening. Do you speak English?
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Iain. I'm with my friend Catherine. We're live on Talk Radio in the UK at the moment. And we were just wondering what your thoughts were on President Trump.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, my friend. My name is Iain. I'm with my friend Catherine, and we're currently live on Talk Radio in the UK. And I just wondered what your thoughts were on the situation with President Trump withdrawing troops and Turkey attacking the Kurds. I just wondered what people were talking about over there.
So I don't hear you very well. So can you repeat me again?
I'm going to repeat very slowly. I was wondering what your thoughts were about the situation with President Trump, President Erdogan,
yes, hello.
And Syria.
Yes, hello, how are you?
Oh, very well. How are you?
Yeah, I am okay. What you want?
I was wondering... Thank you so much for your time. I was wondering...
I can't hear you because the music...
There we go. What music are you listening to?
Say again, please.
Is this Sasha? What?
Yes.
Okay. I swear may have got out then. I wasn't sure if it was part of the Turkish language that just by coincidence sounded like effing. Don't think a swear got out there. If it did, you have our sincerest apologies. You know we don't like you. The few of the light swears we're okay with. We don't like the heavy swears, okay? An F-bomb may have got out there. I think I got the dump in time. The first one I wasn't sure. The second, third and fourth one I think we definitely dumped. We may have dumped. Anyway, if it got out, we have, you have our sincere apologies. That's not what this show is about. I guess he didn't want to talk to us.
Well, not about the situation we wanted to discuss.
No, that could have been a really lovely little, I don't quite know what happened there.
I do.
Go on.
What happened was, the first guy didn't understand what you were saying.
Yeah.
Passed it to his mate, have a go on this. The second guy, I think, actually tried.
Yeah.
Third guy was showing off to the other two.
Oh, okay. The third guy was doing what I would do.
Yes.
I got ya. We phoned me up. We phoned Turkish me up. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. No swears were heard. There we go. We got away with it. Well, it was a very funny... I don't think the swears were even said with malice. I think it was late at night. He'd had a bit too much shisha.
And here's a word I know.
We all know a swear word in a foreign language, and when the opportunity arises and there's no comeback, there's no danger of that, you're not in front of the person, yeah, you say it. Of course you say it. All right. Well, let's have a think. Let's Turkey to one side. Any other stories that we can... I want to reach out a bit. People are ringing us, and that is great. Thank you. Carry on ringing us. But I'd like to just reach out and see if we can get some different voices. Let's take a break. If anybody's got any suggestions, swear word, didn't hear an F-bomb, says Paul. Thank you. If anyone's got any suggestions of where we can phone in the world to try and get a local's view on a story, tweet at Iain Lee, at Flippin' Kath. You can text us as well. Actually, if you tweet at Talk Radio, I see it on this screen here. You can text 87222. Start your message with the word talk. Text costs 25 pence plus your standard network rate. That's for everyone who hasn't got a Twitter account and can't do it for free. We'll play around with this for a bit longer. I've got a feeling we might get something. We might not. I won't give you the number because we're going to call out. This is the Late Night Alternative, Iain and Kath on Talk Radio.
No rules nocturnal nattering for night birds, nurses and Nosferatu.
All right, cool.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Kath's getting all horned up because she's found a King's Langley in Australia.
Yeah.
And there's one near where you live.
Yeah. It's got to be named after that place,
surely. It might be or it might not be.
Yeah.
Well, what is it? Well, it might be. I don't know. I don't care. There's a York in America.
Don't get aggressive about it.
I'm not getting aggressive. I'm just wondering
why you're getting America because we've got a York here.
You're getting a boner about it.
I'm not. I mean, just interested about the origins of nations.
You just sat there and went, oh my God, this is amazing.
I didn't say that.
You pretty much did, actually.
Well, pretty much isn't.
Yeah,
exactly.
It is.
No.
Typhoon in Japan. Loads of people saying, typhoon in Japan. Japan's going to be early. Is it early? I can't remember what the time difference is in Japan. They're like about 8. I'll be alright. It'll be about 7, 8 in the morning, something like that. We can call, Japan. Let's, Nigel, stay there. We'll come to you in a second. Whereabouts, right, a typhoon, Japan. Whereabouts is this typhoon? There's always a typhoon in Japan. Typhoon Hagibis. Where is it going to be? The typhoon, most populous island of Honshu on Saturday. I don't really know.
Expected to bring record-breaking rain and winds to Tokai, Kanto, including Tokyo.
But when is it going to hit Tokyo?
Saturday, tomorrow.
Okay. Tokyo. What time
Saturday
is it in Japan?
now, isn't it?
Yeah, what time is it now? What?
7:33 a.m.
Let me just try a couple of, here we go. The shops are probably going to be shut, but let's have a little go. Can you Google the, code for Japan, please?
$81.
So 0081.
Yeah.
00. Let's call up Super Potato.
Oh, yeah. If anyone can save them.
But I suspect they're going to be shut. Everywhere will be shut. I can't quite remember. Ollie, what would be open early in Japan? Because the place... Right, well, that's not... 0081.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then you don't need that 0 then, do you?
No.
0, 0, 8, 1. Let me just put a 3 should do it. Let's try that. There we go. Super potato in Akihabara. What will be open really early in Japan? Can you try and find... We'll get Nigel on. While we're talking tonight, if you could find... That's me. Yeah. If you could find something in Tokyo that would be open early, like a
bakery or
a
something.
bakery or a coffee shop or something would be open. In the meantime, let's talk to our friend Nigel. Good evening, Nigel.
Good evening, Ian.
Nigel, how's them ribs?
Oh, I'm in agony with my rib. It's broken, I believe. The doctor said one of them is broken.
Hey, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
So I'm in quite a lot of pain.
Sorry to hear that.
It's a shame, isn't it? I've still been out though, putting up with it.
Good for you. Well done. Well done. Hello? Oh. Nigel? Hello, Nigel. Hello, Nigel, my old friend. I've come to talk to you again. You know, Nigel? Oh, we lost Nigel. We lost Nigel, my God. What you got, Boyley?
I'm just looking for bakeries in Tokyo.
Find a hotel. Get us a hotel.
A hotel,
Thank you,
of course.
JPU Records, obviously. Thank you. Thank you. Should have thought of that. I think we'll get a slightly corporate.
We should ring... let's ring the, is it called the Gracie Hotel, Tokyo? The one that we were talking about the other day?
Oh, you sure? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, you're doing that. Pyro, is that how you say it? Pyro?
Pyro.
Pyro. Hello, Pyro. Sorry, Pyro.
Spyro.
Yes. Hello.
Right. How did you get on with your magnet fishing?
We had fun.
Yeah.
But we didn't really catch a lot. The best we got was half a pair of sunglasses, a sunglass, if you will.
Because when I heard you talking about it, I thought, what I'll do, I'll order one. So I ordered one. I think it's the same one as yours.
Yes.
From Amazon, about 38 quid.
Yeah.
But I've had non-stop rain.
I know. That's the thing. But go out in the rain. I like getting wet in the rain.
Nah.
I enjoy it.
Do your gloves fit?
Do my gloves fit? Oh, the gloves that come with it. I didn't put the gloves is just to stop you getting rope burn. That's all they're for.
Well, and also because you're picking up wet rope all the time.
It's for rope burn. That's what they say on the thing. So who needs gloves? We don't need gloves. Pyro, just go out and do it. And what was lovely, I felt a bit embarrassed and I thought people would think we were weird. But everybody was going, you caught anything yet? Everybody was chatting to us. It was lovely. No one told us off. The people on the barges said hello, good afternoon. People walking down were interested in what we were doing. It was lovely.
I'm thinking actually of going, where is the mailbox in Birmingham?
Yeah, of course. Oh, there's the canal there, isn't it? Is it canal? It's like there's water there.
Yeah, I'm thinking of going there.
Go and do it, man. It's great fun. The trick is you drop it to the bottom and then you walk along and drag it along the bottom.
No, my look, you'll get stuck.
Well, careful along the sides because there's often quite a lot of ironwork.
Yeah, we got stuck a little bit and it was a little bit tricky, but go and do it, man. It's good fun.
Yeah, find out if any other people have actually bought any, because I reckon a few people bought some.
Okay, we should start a magnet fishing club. I love it. Kath's got some now for her girls for when they go to the lakes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see what I get, and I'm gonna send you some pictures.
Yeah, nice one, Pyro. Please do, mate. I'll be keen to see if you have more luck than we do. David.
David, yeah, hello.
Hello, David. Could you turn your radio off, please, mate?
Can I turn the radio off? I can go and sit in the portaloo.
Okay, as long as we can't hear the radio.
Yes, absolutely. The Portaloo. How are we?
Still hear the radio, David?
Can you hear the radio now?
No, that's good. We're very well, thank you.
Well, I'm glad that you are well. I mean, there's not many people that are well these days, are there?
I don't know. What have you called in for, mate?
Well, I mean, despite calling up several times in the past and giving you a little bit of abuse, I do believe that we might be able to have a peace sanction. And if possibly the nod and wink has been given because maybe, I don't know, it just seems a little bit strange, the fact that things have been shoved through Parliament all of a sudden.
David, David, let me interrupt you. I've got literally, David.
Really, and can't handle perhaps 3.5 million Turkish.
David, can I ask you a question, mate?
I do apologise.
Can I ask you a question?
Kurds turning up on the doorstep.
What? Yes. Can I ask you a question, David?
Yes, of course you can.
What the hell are you talking about, man? I've not understood a single thing you've been saying.
Well, you know, I'd like to try and understand myself at times, but
are you drunk or high?
Just drunk.
Okay. Well, I'd like to understand, but I've got no idea what you're talking about.
With the Northern Wing that perhaps the Americans have caused, maybe it's pushed the politicians.
David. David.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about, and now I can't even hear what you're saying. Can I make a suggestion that you call back when you're sober?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much indeed. There we go. That was David there. 0344 499 1000. We'll call Japan soon. This is Talk Radio.
The late night lip service for lovers, loners, and lounge lizards.
Yeah, well, where exactly is your accent from?
The late night alternative with Iain Lee.
I've forgotten your name already, excuse me.
On Talk Radio.
Nigel's back. Good evening, Nigel.
Oh, hi, guys.
What can we do for you tonight, Nigel?
Dracula's here, Dracula. My name is Count Dracula. Ha, ha, ha. There you are.
Are you going to suck me off?
That? Did you like it?
Yeah, you're going to suck me off? Suck my blood off?
No, I'm not. Yes, all right then.
Good lad, Count Dracula.
Yeah, he never gives up. I was watching the old films on YouTube of Dracula with Christopher Lee.
Yep.
They were good. They were really, his eyes went red. That was really good, wasn't it, for those days?
Yeah. He was a great Dracula. He would never talk about it. Hated talking about it.
And the blood on the fangs and everything. It was so bloodthirsty, wasn't it?
Very bloodthirsty.
Bit sexy as well with those nighties.
Yeah. And the ladies were showing all their chests with the low tops, you know.
Yes.
And they used to, then they get their necks bitten, and it shows all their cleavage, doesn't it?
Asking for it.
Yes.
Anyway, so the vicar came round this morning to see me because I told.
Is that why we're talking about vampires?
No, this is the vicar of Yalding.
Yeah.
No, my local vicar. He to see how I was, and I couldn't get out of bed because it takes you 5 minutes to sit up.
Yeah.
And he was banging the window for about 5 minutes, but he didn't go. I did speak to him through the window. And so it's good of him to come. He's going to take me to my mum's grave.
Oh, that's nice of him. Good for him.
He knows that I can't get there on my own because I'm too upset.
Yeah.
So he's going to take me. And he did the funeral, you see.
Oh, that's very kind of him. What a nice
He's a very nice vicar. He's a very kind vicar, and he gives you lots of hugs as well.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a hugging vicar.
Okay.
Gives you lots of hugs.
He's better than a mugging vicar. Those ones that do all the muggings that you read about in the papers.
Yeah, that's true.
Those muggers, mugging vicars.
How about this? Listen to this. I'm going to do Robert De Niro.
Oh.
Robert De Niro is on Graham Norton a while ago.
Don't do the bit where he swears.
My name is Robert De Niro. I'm Robert De Niro. I'm Robert De Niro. Is that not bad?
I think I can do that one.
You talking to me? I'm Robert De Niro. You talking to me?
I'm Robert De Niro.
I'm going to dedicate that song, I Miss You, to my mum forever. That song.
Yeah, it's a good song. It's a lovely song.
And not many people sing it. It's not been sung by anybody else since Miley Cyrus sang it.
Because they know they just can't top it.
They can't sing it like me and her, can they?
No, they can't, Nigel. How you doing, Nigel? You all right?
Hey?
You getting on all right?
Well, I'm in so much pain. I've never had broken ribs before.
Yeah, it's not nice.
And it's going to take 4 to 6 weeks to get a bit better. And
Yeah.
a lot of pain. And my leg has gone yellow, which I've got to be looked at. I think it may be because it's yellow, isn't it?
Say that again?
Yellow, my leg's gone back.
You're going to have to stand in that place where you know you can get a signal.
I'll move back. My leg...
Yes, it's gone yellow.
It's gone yellow. Isn't that a sign of getting better?
Yeah, well, if you're bruising.
Bruising, yeah.
But it's still...
Nigel, go and stand where we can get a signal, please, mate.
I'll go, but is this
No. Where do you normally stand?
I'm in the same place, but I normally stand.
It's not working
Is that
tonight.
better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Go on.
Don't roll about.
I'm standing over the cooker now. Standing over the cooker.
Okay.
So, yeah, my leg is... You think it's getting better because it's yellow?
We think it's definitely worth checking with the doctor.
But I'm going to be go and get a check next
Definitely
week
worth
to make
checking with the
sure.
doctor, yeah. I think that's
Might be antibiotics needed or something.
I don't think you need antibiotics for that, but
Oh.
again, I'm not
Can I say- sorry.
medically trained, so you need to speak to a doctor.
Yes, Ian, I'm running short of money again because of, of the bills and everything.
I'm sorry to hear that. It must be tough.
Is there any chance of a small food parcel sometime before next Wednesday? Because it's a long time round to next Wednesday. Yeah. Ian? Hello? Yes. I didn't want too much. I just wanted some Coca-Colas and a couple of dinners, really, because I can't really afford to buy dinner. The problem is I've had to buy more painkillers for me. That's why I've got less money, and they cost a lot of money in the shop.
Yeah.
But don't worry if you can't.
Hang on a minute. I just talk to Kath for a second while I look on my computer for something. Kath, talk to Nigel.
All right.
Okay. Catherine?
Yes.
Can I do I Miss You, a small part of it? With Mum?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Go on.
Yeah, okay. I'll do it now then. Is that okay?
Yeah. Are you going to do it a cappella or have you got your music standing
No, a cappella, because I'm standing up. I haven't got the machine out anyway.
Do it Martipello, yeah.
So, I miss your smile, that I may shed a tear every once in a while. And even though it's different now, you're still here somehow. Now I won't let you go. I need you to know. I missed you, sha-la-la. I miss you, oh yeah.
That was lovely.
In tune as well.
In tune as well. There's...
Yes, I'm sorry to say I'm almost out of money because I had to buy extra painkillers because the doctor wouldn't give me any when I went twice this week. Any painkillers.
Yeah.
And so I bought these regular, the Coca-Cola.
Go on, I'll do you a small little order as a one-off. What do you want? I've got some Coke in the basket. What do you want?
Well, I just haven't got any dinners, the sausage and mash type of things.
Sausage and mash. The ones, you haven't got a microwave, have you? They need to go in the oven.
No.
Right.
I'm sorry to have to ask you.
All right, stop crying, Nigel. Stop crying, mate. Stop crying, please, mate. Let's have a little look. Do these? I don't know.
And rice pudding I like as well.
Oh, good you. Oven. You can cook this in the oven. Right, we'll add a couple of these. I'll just get you a small one, Nigel, because we can't...
and milk, and a big milk.
All right, Nigel, because this is got to be the last time that I do this, mate.
Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Okay, let's have a little look at this. Hang on, because I've got to check all this stuff that can be cooked.
Everything's so expensive. If you buy one drink, it's £1 gone.
Everything is so...
All these pounds add up, don't they? £1 for this, £1 for that, and the fiver's gone, I just haven't got the money.
No, I know. This has really got to be the last time I do this, Nigel.
Yes. It's only because I had to buy extra painkillers for me back.
Yeah. Do you like macaroni cheese?
Not really, no, that's a bit sharp.
Bit shit, okay. Do you like spaghetti bolognese?
Yes, tins. I like tins of soup. Chicken soup and tomato soup.
All right, let's get you a couple of tins of soup, and then I think
that's lovely.
Chicken soup. Have you got like
And some I have no bread at the moment.
Okay, all right. Hang on a minute. So there's some chicken soup. If I get you a couple of them, you can cook the soup, can you? You know how to cook the tins of soup.
I can warm the soup up and put some bread with it. Tinned potatoes. They're quite cheap.
I'm not buying tin potatoes. But what's this tin potatoes? Who eats tin potatoes? No one eats tin. You can't get potatoes in a tin. What are you talking about?
Well, you just warm them up.
No, potatoes in a tin.
I've had them before.
No, potatoes in a tin.
I used to have them when I was a kid.
No.
Yeah,
you can still get them for about 75p in the shops.
What bread do you like?
Medium white, I think it is.
Racist. All right, let's have a little look. Let's go.
Will that be from Tesco's again?
It's going to be from Tesco's again, and you want a little bit of milk. Do you like the blue milk or the green milk or the white one?
Pardon?
Do you like the blue milk? With the blue?
Oh, yeah, the green one is the semi-skimmed, isn't it?
Yeah.
The green one.
Do you want
That's fine, yeah.
All right, hang on a minute. Come on, Eileen, oh, I swear, oh, Eileen. This has got to be the last time we do this, though, Nige.
Yes, that's fine. Okay, then. I appreciate you doing it.
That's all right. That's all right. I want.
If you don't ask, you don't get, do you?
Well, and if you do ask next time, you won't get, so... No, because here's the thing, man. You need to sort yourself out, brother, and there's only so much of this we can do, and it's not fair on other things. Right. Have you got toothpaste and stuff?
What I haven't got is powder for the washing powder to go in the washing machine.
Okay.
That is important.
Okay. Yeah. What do you get? Do you normally get like the tablets and stuff?
Well, I usually have it in the box, the big box.
The box of detergent, the powder.
Detergent powder, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's rather expensive.
All right now.
Soon be Halloween.
Anything that you urgently? Have you got toilet paper?
I've still got loads left that you sent before.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. All right. I think we're done. Let me check out.
Because the tablets I take constipate me.
That's wonderful. So you don't need to wipe your. Okay, great. That's wonderful. I'm going to change the delivery details to that address there. Okie dokie. And we are looking at tomorrow between 3 and 4. Are you going to be in?
3. Oh no, I've got to go to my girlfriend. Try and get there tomorrow. It should be about 6 o'clock really in the evening. If that's all right.
It is not. They've got between 9 and 10 in the evening.
Well, that was what I had before. Yeah, between 9 and 10. That was right.
So is that all right for you between 9 and 10 tomorrow evening?
Yeah, because I mustn't miss my girlfriend tomorrow because I haven't seen her for 3 days.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've got to see her tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Between 9 and 10 tomorrow evening.
Lovely, thank you.
Check out. Continue checkout. Continue checkout. Continue to payment. Security code. Confirm order. Balance.
What's that? Did you put in the shepherd's pie with the sausage and bacon?
I don't remember. It's too late now, Nigel. It's gone through, mate.
Okay. The sausage and mash is okay anyway. As long as it goes in the oven, yeah.
Okay, it's just paying now. Done. It's done, Nigel. That's the last time I can do that for you, man. You've really got to put in place. And honestly, this is the last time. You have to put in place a system where have got enough money for food.
I know, but I've been paying more on the bills.
Well, you know what? You've got to get that balance up because you have got to be able to pay for food, man.
And I'm dealing with the insurance about my injuries.
That will take ages. Nigel, that'll take ages. All right, man. Listen, have a good weekend.
Andrew, thanks. God bless you.
Bye bye. Richard and John stay there. What can I say, Catherine?
What
I
else
can't
could you
say
have done?
no to a bloke like that.
I know.
But I feel obligated to, which is never nice. It's never nice to do something because you feel obligated, but...
And we put things in place and they got dismantled. But...
The bloke's been knocked off his bike and he's broken a rib.
Yeah. It gives me hope that the vicar's going round.
The huggy vicar? I don't know.
Whatever works, man.
What are you going to do? Always leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but I can't leave a bloke who's just not broken a rib. I can't leave a bloke stuff.
No, it's not like he could go and get his free
Richard
parcel.
and John. All we need is someone called Little. We got Richard Little John. One of the biggest a-holes in the world. Richard and John, stay there. We'll come to you in a bit. This is the Late Night Alternative. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Every weeknight from 10 on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road is where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. There's a world that's waiting to unfold. A brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far but you know it won't be long. We're almost there and we paid our fare with a hobo song. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab me hand, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll find what I call home. Until tomorrow, you know I'm free to roll.
You're listening to the Late Night Alternative. I'm Catherine Boyle. Who are you, mister?
Mammy and Lee, we swapped seats for a little bit. The fuss and the stink you kicked up because I'm really tired. That call has befuddled me a little bit, and I said, "Oh, can I let me sit? I came out from the loo. Let me sit here." No, I don't know how to do it. What are you telling me how to do it?
Oh God, it just takes me ages to get back into it. My headphones I sound different in this. I knew my microphone sounded crap.
It's not your microphone, it's your mouth.
Well, you sound crap now.
It's my mouth. What do you mean it sounds? It sounds alright?
No, it sounds weird.
It sounds different. Doesn't sound crap. Doesn't sound weird.
You say
it sounds different.
You sound that because you don't normally get the crap mic.
Just set up the show. Set up the last hour. Do the last hour. Take some calls.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
The Late Night Alternative is a word association game. Mustn't hesitate. Otherwise, you get bashed on the head like this, or a bash on the head like this. Give me a ring and say 0344 499 1000.
0344 499 1000.
Here's Richard.
Good evening, Cass. Good evening, Ian.
And
Good evening, Richard.
Richard.
You said something last night, Ian, that aroused my curiosity, and I just wondered if you could answer a question for me.
What is the question, sir? Oh, it does sound crap, doesn't it, over here?
Yeah.
It was regarding the jungle last night when you said you wanted to put yourself up for one of the trials.
Yeah.
And you said you spoke to the producers.
Yes.
did they come down onto the set when the cameras aren't rolling then, or what exactly happened?
Hardly anyone came onto the set. The only time people came onto the camp where we were was when they had to, there were a couple of trials that we did in the camp. There was one where there was like a computer, and so some runners would come on and bring on the computer, but we weren't allowed to talk to them, and they weren't allowed to talk to us. We had to pretend they were invisible, but of course we would just go, "You right? How's it going? What? You right? What's your name? Huh? What's your name, mate? Mate, what's your name?" We do that. No, the producer that was in, I can never what they call it, in the jungle, in the camp
cabin.
In the cabin. And you'd go in and speak to, you'd say outside,
Bush Telegraph.
Bush Telegraph. Can I speak to someone in the Bush Telegraph, please? And then you'd get a call like a few minutes later saying, "Ian, would you come to the Bush Telegraph?" And it was in there. And I think they used it on the telly. It wasn't like a secret, "I need to speak to the producer, I need to speak to my agent. Get me." It wasn't anything like that. There was very little of that. It is pretty much how you see it. If I'm honest, yeah, it's pretty much how you see it.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, no, there were some shenanigans, of course there were, because it's a TV show and they want it to go smoothly, but very little shenanigans. It's pretty legit.
Okay, good. And one other thing, actually, if you don't mind. When I used to listen to you way back on Absolute, you had two regular callers. One of which was Andre, obviously who still rings in now.
Verinda.
The other one was Vinny.
Vinny, yeah.
Does he ever ring in these days? Do you know what happened to him?
He calls in like once every 8 months. I think he's done maybe 4 phone calls while we've been at Talk Radio. And I don't know what he's up to. I wish him well. I hope he's alright. I blocked him on Twitter because he started being a bit of a knob.
Oh, right.
So I blocked him on Twitter, and I think that caused some resentment, and so he doesn't really call us anymore. But he's always welcome to call in. Of course he is.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Hey, thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Richard.
He's a nice guy. I like Richard.
Do you want John?
You have John.
I'll have John. Hiya, John.
Hello, Ian and Catherine.
Hello, John.
I'm ringing from Hull.
Okay, and is this is this your last will and testament? What's going on, John?
Well, I just wanted you mentioned the typhoon in Japan.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's the Japanese Grand Prix over the weekend.
Oh blimey! Okay, and is the typhoon going to be near the Grand Prix?
Very. It's in Suzuka.
Okay.
And what they've done, they've had qualifying 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And they've cancelled they've had the testing.
Yeah.
1 and 2. They've cancelled the qualifying.
Right.
Which is normally on a Saturday, Japanese time.
Yeah.
They've cancelled it, well, hopefully, while Sunday, when it should be calmer.
It'll pass by then, will it? I've been in Japan when there was a typhoon. I was watching the weather with my fiancée. She would have been at the time, because we had just got engaged. I was watching the weather in a hotel room on the telly, and suddenly it flashed up red, and it flashed up on the screen, super typhoon, super typhoon, super typhoon. And I went, think we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. And we did. We got kind of the edge of the super typhoon, and it was scary. We were in this tiny little village staying in a youth hostel, and it was scary, and it was wet.
Did you get blown off?
Okay, all right. Come on, Kath. Low blow, please.
Actually, we've had a heck of a lot of rain here today.
Isn't it?
And it's one of my radio clocks is actually, well, it's just recovered. It's just come on playing the right time.
Yeah.
It was going stupid for a while.
John, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
I really appreciate this call. You sound far too sensible to listen to the rubbish that me and Catherine do. You don't sound like a regular listener. Can I ask, how long have you been listening to our show, me and Kath?
About 6 months now.
Really? And how did you find us?
Well, I listened to James Whale years ago on the Old Talk radio.
Yeah.
And I bought an internet radio about a year ago.
Yeah.
And I'm all computerized as well. And
robot. It's
I
a robot.
Robo-John.
Just scanned in and I found Talk Radio and and I thought there's James Whale there. And of course, you and Catherine came up after his show at 10 o'clock, and I've listened since then.
Oh, nice.
I enjoy it.
Thank you, mate. We really appreciate that, and I look forward to your next call, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers, John.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Good night, John.
What a nice guy. What a nice guy. He sounds far too sensible to listen to this rubbish. I feel guilty. I feel we have to make more of an effort for John. That was lovely. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. Thanks for your information about the Grand Prix, or as my 7-year-old called it today, Grand Prix.
Grand Prix, yes, of course.
Grand Prix.
Dave.
Hey, Ian, it's Rooney Jeep.
Oh, okay. Hello, Rooney Jeep.
Do you remember me?
Yeah.
The Nigerian scammer.
Nigerian scammer, yes.
And you said both your kids were gay and your wife died, and I was scamming you for about 100 grand.
Okay, yeah. This is a very niche thing that only about 15 of the listeners will know. Before that guy was getting revenge on scammers, before James Veitch was getting revenge on scammers, I was doing it.
Shows I'm a loyal listener, Ian.
Thank you very much indeed. You've won yourself £5.
When do I get it?
You have to transfer 500 into Ian's account first.
I will do that, definitely, just to get £5 off.
Anything else, you weirdo?
Brooklyn Tidal?
Pardon, what?
Brooklyn Tidal.
Brooklyn Tidal.
Okay, you're just saying stuff that we've done in the past.
Yeah, I want to know, like, the backstory of it. It was a very good prank.
It was Nico's idea, Nico Milano. It was his idea, and my 14-year-old nephew went and started a new school, and when they found out I was in a Nico video, suddenly Dylan was very, very cool. It was Nico's idea. I was a fan. I got in touch and said, I love what you're doing. If I can help in any way in any future videos, it would be an honour. And he said, I'll have a think of something, and he came up with that.
It's very, very clever to think of that.
He's very clever.
And he got the right people involved in you and Catherine.
Thank you, Dave.
You're very welcome, Ian.
Okay. Anything else? Why am I waiting for the sucker punch?
There is no sucker punch. I just want to ask about Rooney Jeep and Brooklyn Tidal.
Okay, nice one, man. Thank you very much indeed. There you go. What lovely calls we had there. 03. Oh, you do it, Catherine. Sorry, you're in the driving seat.
03444991000 if you want to give us a ring. We'll take your phone call, unless you're an idiot.
Neon lit night talk for torch singers, trolley dollies, and train wrecks like me. Never know just where the conversation will take you.
What I'm going to say sounds ridiculous.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
03444991000 if you want to ring us here on the Late Night Alternative. And who is us? It's me, Catherine Boyle, and it's you.
Iain Lee, I'm taking a back seat. I've moved to Catherine's seat.
You can tell it's a crap microphone.
It doesn't sound crap.
It does.
Well...
It really does.
Okay. It doesn't sound crap, does it, Amy? You can't hear it.
It does a little bit.
Yeah, it does. You sound a bit off
mic.
mic.
Why are we using this microphone? We'll use this microphone, please. Let's use... There we go.
That one's broken and it touches the desk.
No, it doesn't touch the desk. Does that sound better? Does it sound better?
Yeah.
Fine, problem solved. This is the thing. I'm a problem solver. You're a problem child. I'm a problem solver. Oh, I'll play you the song Problem Child by the Beach Boys in a bit.
Excellent. Do you want to solve a problem?
Like Maria?
Like Chris.
Jesus.
Hello?
Hello, Chris.
Hello, you.
Hello, mate. Hello, mate.
I wasn't going to ring up this evening.
Yes, but you did. You should have stuck with your first thought.
Oh, thank you. I'm ringing up to give you a compliment, actually.
Okay.
Because that was really kind of you for what you done to that Nigel earlier.
Yep. Thank you, man. Thank you. We've done it a few times, not to blow my own trumpet.
I know, I have. You did do it before.
But we kind of got to a point where we said, look, we can't offer you any more financial support, and Catherine worked really hard and put a lot of things in.
I agree with you, actually.
I'll stop talking, okay?
No.
Okay, I'll carry on talking. Catherine put in a lot of work and put in a lot of a support system and network and got that all set up, and Nigel Nigel dismissed that help system. So whenever Nigel, starts a phone call with, I haven't got any money, my heart sinks, but he's just been knocked off his bike and broken his ribs. I can't let him go hungry.
No, but that's the problem. I got somebody who pulls my heartstrings, and I've been in financial difficulty when I was a kid, when I was younger. But I'm okay now. But when I got somebody who, and I think, oh no, I can't do it again. And next minute I'm transferring money to her to help her and her children. And she did it again this morning. And I got a bit annoyed, actually, which I shouldn't have. I cancelled the order. Is that wrong of me?
I don't know the situation well enough to say whether it's right or wrong.
I don't know, because I can't keep on doing it all the time. And she knows. I said to a friend of mine, and she said, my friend, she said to me, she's taking advantage of you. And I don't think she is. I'll help anybody out. I will.
Can I ask you, is this a member of your family?
Yes.
Right. So that's always a pull, isn't it?
I know. And then when I say no, I feel guilty. I think, and I done it, and I'll transfer some money to you. Okay.
Well, are you putting yourself out of pocket by doing that?
Not really, no.
Well, okay,
I haven't got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Even though some people think I have, no, I haven't. Christ, I live in a little house.
Okay.
Here's the thing, Chris. The difficulty comes when someone starts to use you as a means of getting out of trouble rather than setting things up that will help them not be in trouble in the first place.
Exactly. Yes, Catherine.
And by helping them, you're not actually helping them. You're just letting them carry on the way they are, which obviously isn't working.
When I got into financial difficulties, I was really stuck, and I thought, and so, I went to CIB and they told me to go bankrupt. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. No, and I sorted it out myself. Sometimes you have got to be cruel to be kind.
Sometimes. You've got to look at whether you're doing more harm than good in the long run.
Anyway, you're a good man. You're a good man, Chris, and you...
I tell you what, that old chap who was just on the phone, he sounded a lovely gentleman.
Didn't he?
And you're quite right, actually. He shouldn't be listening to this show.
Shut your face! Shut up, cut him off.
Can go off a person,
yeah.
Chris. Let's speak to Manny instead.
Went off him years ago.
Here's Manny.
Morning, Kathleen.
Hello. Morning.
Jesus
no,
Christ.
we've not been to bed yet.
What is wrong with everybody? Why is everyone sounding so
Morning in.
Why is everyone shut your face. Why is everyone sounding so lacklustre and vibeless? For God's sakes, Chris killed the vibe. You're sucking the vibe. What is wrong with it? Should be, hey guys, it's great to be on the show again. And everyone's like, morning. You're right. Oh God, I want to die. Come on, man. Let's get some vibe.
How are you, Ian?
Oh, Jesus. I'm losing the will to live and losing the will to host this show. Can't wait for the weekend.
How are the pair of you?
Good, thank you, man.
Good. Nice waiting for them, Nigel, isn't it? Very nice.
Yep.
I don't think you could ring up another radio station and ask for that. Probably take to beep beep.
What?
Tell him to bib if he rang somewhere else. Anyway, what are you up to, man? Are you still working?
Oh, I am, yes.
Hard-working man. Me.
I've got a little question to ask you. One of my friends has fallen in love with somebody else, and vice versa.
One of my friends!
But he's married.
Manny!
Not me.
Come on, mate. One of my friends. That's the oldest line in the book.
It is. No, it's not me. Don't be silly.
Okay, and is this friend of yours blind?
No.
You can talk to us honestly. We ain't going to tell your missus.
No, it's not me.
Okay, all right. So this friend of yours is falling in love.
Yeah. He's falling in love with somebody else. And they're both married.
Yeah, okay.
He keeps asking me. I said, well, I don't know what to do.
Is it you that he's falling in love with?
No, that was silly.
You're a very lovable man. It could happen.
Well, here's the thing. We cannot decide who we fall in love with, Manny. The heart is a mysterious beast. It may be, people can think they are in love with other people because maybe they're married, there's something not quite right in their marriage, or there's something not quite right in themselves, or, there's something missing from their soul. Or maybe they've both actually fallen in love, and if they've fallen in love, you can't turn it off.
But they're both in a good, happy relationship.
Well, it can't be that happy if they've fallen in love with someone.
They've met after, I think 15, 20 years.
Right.
And they've been on a secret date.
Oh, well, and that's something else.
They get their bottom smacked, if they're lucky.
Yeah.
I don't know. Here's the thing, right? They have to question whether their marriage is... We have to... Who knows? What is love? What is love, Manny?
I don't bloody know.
Exactly. No one knows, right?
No, nobody knows.
Sometimes you just got to take a punt and take a risk and go, do you know what? I think maybe you're the one.
Maybe.
And go with it. You can't control who you fall in love with.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Anyway.
Hope that
how are you? Yeah. How are you?
Oh, I'm losing the will to live tonight, man. Jesus.
Are you going to Blackpool tomorrow?
Yes, man.
You have a good time.
I will, man.
What are you doing tomorrow, Cat?
I am getting a cat.
Oh, I heard the other day, you were saying yesterday, was the other day before.
So, yeah, I found one on a pet selling website, and I made an inquiry just to see, and we're going to go and visit tomorrow, and she said if the cat chooses us, then we can take her home. So it's all very exciting. Very exciting. My little girls they're probably not asleep because it's like Christmas to them.
Yeah, it's only when it's a kitten or little puppies and then they get fed up with it.
Well, exactly. It's going to end up being my cat, my problem. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be brilliant.
Anyway, you sorted all that stuff out for Nigel with social services. What did we carry on with?
Do you need a car or something?
No, I mean, you set it all up.
Well, social services couldn't do it as much as we wanted to because he's not recognised as having any problems.
Okay.
He's not been diagnosed apparently or registered or whatever. But there were things in place. We had someone to look over his bills for him, but told him that he didn't need them, and obviously
maybe his girlfriend sort of taking money off him.
God,
we don't know. Who knows what's going on? I don't really want to speculate while he's not here. I don't think that's fair. But
but he's a worry.
I do worry about him sometimes. When he has it on for a few days.
I can see exactly how that story's going to end. Oh yes.
Anyway.
All right, Manny. Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
Night.
Bye.
Ta-ra. Any more calls?
No.
Thank Christ.
03444991000. Did you not want me to give that number out?
What we're going to do for the last 35 minutes of the show, to give it an injection of joy and of fun and of spunk.
Should we get naked?
Let's play a trailer, shall we?
Closing time conversation for tax inspectors, taxi drivers and taxidermists. Great big talk for the wee small hours.
You've been trolling me big time, mate.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Okay. Let's play some of the worst Beach Boys songs of all time. Let's do that. I feel like the show is dying on its ass. So, do you remember there's a film, you may not have seen it, I think Jim Belushi is in it, from the late 80s called Problem Child?
Nope, I don't know it.
Some of you will have, so in the 80s the Beach Boys weren't really releasing albums, but they do songs for movies and stuff. Listen to this. This is just, this is the same group, right, that recorded Good Vibrations and God Only Knows. In there.
Oh, what's this for?
It's the Beach Boys. Isn't it? It's just, you just think, come on, guys. What were you doing? Here's another one. Here's another Beach Boys song. Here we go. Let's have this. This is, from the Still Cruising album from the mid-80s. This I've known this for a long time. Here we go. This is In My Car by the Beach Boys. Co-written by Dr. Eugene Landy, of course, as all the best Beach Boys songs are. Here we go.
When I'm behind the wheel, one through the gas and the highway is my home.
Let's take a ride you can't forget. Here comes the chorus. I mean, God,
it's like Frankenstein's Beach Boys. It's got all the bits that you would recognise as being Beach Boy-esque, but the way they're thrown together is truly hideous.
Isn't it? Evening, Dan.
Hello.
Make love to me, Dan.
Hello, Ian. Hello, Kath.
Make love to me, Dan.
I can't.
Why?
Because you're too far away. I didn't know I'm not that big.
Are you on speakerphone, Dan?
No, sorry. But I often get told off for my, I put my voice in the wrong place. Anyway, no, I'm not. I'm good. Ian and Kath.
No, hang on, but it sounds awful. What is going on?
Is it that bad? Well, it must be my phone then.
Yeah, it is.
This is my work.
Well, maybe it's you put your voice in the wrong place. No. In my ears.
No. Anyway, Ian.
Yes, sir.
Kath.
Yes.
You've made me so happy since I come home from the boozer.
Oh, Jesus. Another...
No.
Is this going to be one of those, I love you, man, and it's not because I've been to the boozer?
Another drunk.
No, it's not, because I listen to you when I don't go to the boozer.
Yay!
Can I play a game?
What do you want to play?
Can I play a game?
Yeah, go on then.
Well, no, Ian, you give me the game and I'll play it.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors. Ready?
Okay, yep.
1, 2, 3, go. What have you got?
Scissors.
Oh, mate, I've got rock.
Yeah.
Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, go. What you got?
Rock.
I've got paper. Last one. 1, 2, 3, go.
Scissors.
Oh, mate, I got rock. 3-0, Dan!
You're good.
Can I play, Cal?
All right, well, I'll play with you. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
1, 2, 3, what you got?
Paper.
Oh.
No, sorry, love. The rock. I've got rock.
You got rock?
Oh.
I've got paper, I was going to say.
If you had paper, it would have been a draw.
Yeah. Let's go again. Maybe you'll get it this time.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, show me it.
Scissors.
Oh, I've got rock.
Mate!
One more.
This is almost unbelievable, isn't it?
It's almost.
1, 2, 3, go.
Paper.
Oh, I got scissors. Snip, snip.
I used to love you too.
I tell you what, let's have a game of lock poker. Do you know how to play lock poker?
Go on, tell me that quick. I'm not daft. Ian, hit me. Go.
Right.
Go.
So you just got to say a word that ends in lock. I'll go first, then Catherine will go, and then you go, right?
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
Padlock.
Yeah, go.
Crooklock.
Mislock.
Mislock?
Yeah, I made it up.
Yeah, well, that doesn't count.
Oh, dear.
Okay, yeah, all right.
It's got to count. It's got to count.
How long do I get? Because you were playing another good game the other day, and I was dead good at it.
What game do you want to play?
That game that you played the other day.
Adamant.
The word association game. There you go. I'm bang good at that. I tell you.
All right. Well, you and Kath can play word association. I will throw out the word. Catherine, you're going to go for the what? Sorry.
Yeah. No, like that. Can I say carpet? Can I go carpet, Kath?
All right. Carpet. Kath, you'll go.
Carpet.
You're not allowed to repeat it.
Right.
Boom. You're out. No, you're out. 1-0 to Dan.
Good.
I'm going to throw. Shut your face. I'm going to throw a word in. UFO. Kath.
Aliens.
Ian Lee.
Well, that doesn't count. That's rude and disrespectful. It's 1-0. I'm going to throw a word in. Dan, you're going to go screen.
Film.
What?
Film.
Camera.
Photography.
Slides.
Swing.
Roundabout.
Rubbery floor.
Not having that. 2-0. 2-1.
What's your thing about flooring? You start with carpet, now you're on rubbery floor.
Dan,
what's going on now?
Dan, let's find out. All right, we'll play a round of Adamant. Do you know how Adamant goes?
Give me a clue.
Right, I won't give you a clue. I'll tell you. I will say the Adamant. Right. Catherine then has to come up with a group that begins with T.
Because it's the last letter of Adamant.
Adamant. And so she came up with Toto. You would then have to come up with a group or an artist that begins with O.
Oh, no, this is too smart for me. Go, right, go on, I'll try.
I will start.
I'll try.
Adamant.
T'pow.
So you need one that begins with U. You two can do this, Dan.
You too.
Well done. Okay. The number 2 unlimited.
Mm-hmm. D. Dexys Midnight Runners.
S.
Okay, I'll do this on my own.
Scissor Sisters. You get, it swings back
Is
the
that
other...
double S? Is that
double S, so it swings back the other way, Catherine.
Spandau Ballet.
T. Now, where are we standing on the? Is the part of a T, or is it not? Where are we need to establish that.
Let's give him a chance. You can
Okay,
have that.
so T is... shut up. T is The Beatles. S, Dan.
Okay. Spice Girl.
It's a double S. Back to you.
Back to me. Okay.
I've done someone, but I don't know.
Sade. That's an E for Catherine.
Electronic.
A C, Dan.
Charlatans. Oh, might be there. Well, it's up to you. 2 minutes. Might be there.
I don't think that should count, really. Charlatans. S. The Smiths.
Oh, double S.
Double S. Back to you, Dan.
Shakespeare's Sisters.
Sister. Ends with an R. You'll go.
So then it's Richard Marx.
XTC. Dan's masturbating.
Coolio and the Gang.
Coolio and the Gang. Thanks for your call, Dan.
I'd like to see that concert.
Bye, Dan.
Okay, love you, look, see you next.
Coolio and the Gang. Oh dear. That was
Where are we? Where are we in terms of how the show's going? In general. It feels, we're both really tired today. Both really tired.
I've been tired this week.
Yeah. I think we are partly in holiday mode, which is not great, because we've got another week, certainly another 4 shows. We've got some good guests next week.
Yeah.
We've got, the editor of Chat It's Fake coming in.
The finest paranormal
We've got
magazine.
Imani Coppola on the phone live. What could possibly go wrong? And hopefully we've got Willie Nelson's granddaughter as well.
Yeah.
So we've got some great guests. I think we've had some good shows this week.
We had a run of really nice shows.
I've enjoyed, and we haven't even really had the meeting about the direction the show's going to go in. This has just been under our own steam. I've enjoyed doing a few sort of newsier things. I've enjoyed talking about the Extinction Rebellion and stuff like that in our own way, and mixing that in with fun
Yeah.
and stuff.
And also, what I like about that is it's been done in a way that doesn't take over the whole of the show.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of bubbles away.
I just wonder, what is the point of this show? I had a real moment today. I went and saw my youngest play football, and then right at the end I got very emotional. I'll tell you why I got emotional. Because they're right under a flight path, right? This sounds nuts, but I'm going to share this because this is how nuts my head is, right? Sometimes. And it was wet and it was cold and it was really grey. And then suddenly a plane came out of the clouds, really low, like a jumbo, right? Heading to Heathrow. Came really low, and then suddenly my head's doing this fantasy in inverted commas, of the plane crashing into the pitch, right? No, I know, exactly. And this is insane. And I suddenly got this image of me rushing onto the pitch, and I was thinking, well, I could grab my son, and I could grab another kid and get. And then I got overwhelmed by the emotion of thinking, my God, what happened if? What would that be like if something like that happened? And then I started crying. Well, because of this. It wasn't really because of the fantasy. Again, fantasy we often associate with being something good or sexual or not. But fantasy can also be a negative thing. It wasn't really that I was crying about. There was obviously something somewhere. And I'd gone to the football match. A, because I wanted to, and B, because my youngest was upset that he hadn't really seen much of me this week. And so I said, oh, come and watch you play football and I'll pick you up from school. So I can spend an hour with you and which isn't much really in the great scheme of things, but, I'm more than happy to do that, of course. And then I went back to my car, because then I had just under 2 hours to sit and wait after the football to pick him up from school. So I thought I was going to go and sit in Costa. I thought I don't really want any more coffee. I'm going to go and sit in the car and I'm going to meditate. And then I thought I'll do a little stream, a little Twitch stream in the car, and it suddenly came over me that at the moment I'm feeling very lost, right? And I don't know what the purpose of me is. All right, you're supposed to be, your purpose is your kids, purpose is to be a dad and all that. All right, I get all of that, right? I get all of that. I get what my responsibilities are, right? My responsibilities. And most of my responsibilities is a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be a dad, right? It's hard work, and it's sad not living in the same house as my kids, and you never get over that. But that's a responsibility, and it's cool. The fact that my bathroom is knackered, and that's a responsibility, that's not so much fun, that's kind of the responsibilities. I was really thinking, I don't know what I am. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I think this is a common thing with human beings, right? I was thinking, I don't know what I am. I don't really know where I don't really know where the show is going and what the show is doing. I don't know. I don't know what I am, Catherine, or what I'm doing, or where I'm going, or what the point of any of this is.
I think that's the point. I think that is the point. I don't think it's about the show or anything else. I think it's finding something to stick to, this feeling of restlessness, and that you're at some sort of crossroads.
Yeah.
And you're trying to stick it to something that you can sort out. The show's fine. The show is fine, and a lot of people find it really useful, and we are both really proud of it. And if you'd have spoken to yourself 4 weeks ago, you would have said you were really proud of it.
Yeah, I had a lovely 8-9... Let's get a bit heavy for the last 15, 20 minutes. Who cares? Lovely 8-9 week run of feeling happy for the first time in my life, right? First time. And then that's kind of gone, and I can feel myself not even sinking down. I've sunk. Not as low as I have been, but I've sunk. And, I don't know. I'm tired. I just want like 6 months of just switching off. Wouldn't we all though? Wouldn't we all like 6 months of just switching off? Just switching off. I'm really looking forward to this week off. Although already I'm stressing because I know it won't be enough. And on the Monday we're going to go and see Cher, so that's a day down. Do you know what I mean?
You're seeing it as a day down rather than...
Yeah. I'm seeing that as a day down of the week off. I'm doing a podcast on the Saturday for someone.
So
that's
it's
a
like
day
being
down.
chipped away at, yeah.
Being chipped away.
I get that. I get,
What is my why?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, and I'm not moaning, but because you're in a different situation where you don't live with your children and you don't get to see them as much as you want to, right? I'm in a situation where if I don't do something, make an effort to do something by myself, like going to the shop or something on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I'm never on my own. My time is never mine.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And so that time off, you talk about time off, when it starts to get filled up by other things,
Got a chimney sweep coming on the Monday.
Exactly.
Boring.
Like impositions type things, like things you've got to do rather than things you choose to do. I start to feel quite overwhelmed as well. And I have to have a word with myself and just take one step at a time. And it's stupid because it can be just one thing each day that might take half an hour, but it ruins the run-up in my mind for about 4 days. It's just stupid.
I'm feeling a lot of pressure as well at the moment, and there isn't any more than normal. Got to write 500 words for Retro Game, which I have to do every month. Got to do this. But I'm feeling so pressured.
You gave me a great tip. Last time I felt like this, and I was saying, I've got to go to the gym, I've got to do this. And you said, no, think of it as doing it for yourself, like, as a treat for yourself, kind of. Something you're doing for yourself. You ask them for that column, and you enjoy doing it. And once it's done, you feel great, and it's nice to see it.
I find it easy to do.
Yeah.
It's easy, and I know what this one's going to be now. It clicked yesterday what I'm going to do.
I think it's having too much time to think about what you're doing.
I don't think it is that. I don't think it is that. I don't know. Let's take a call, then we'll take a break. Hello, Fiona!
Hello.
Hello, Fiona. What can we do for you tonight?
A long-time listener, first-time caller, but one thing that made me call up.
Hang on, I've got it. I saw it in my bag.
I can hear it jangling.
It's in there somewhere.
You know what's coming, Fiona?
Hang on.
Yeah, I know.
Hang on.
I'm excited.
Okay, don't get... Oh, God, where is it?
There it is.
Oh, it's broken.
There we go.
Jeez.
Just my luck.
Disappointed.
Thank
what
you.
can we do for you, Fiona? Thank you for calling in. What made you pick up the phone?
Well, I wanted to call for a long time, but one thing that's made me pull over in the taxi, I'm a driver, and you said you were feeling lost and you don't know where the show's going.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say that, as one of your listeners in the taxi every night, I feel the same, and I feel such a good sense of, family when I listen in, because most people probably listen in and feel the same, and it's so good to know that you feel the same as us, and it just makes me feel good listening to you, even when you're not on your top game. It's so relatable, and I want to thank both of you for just being so entertaining, even when you're not feeling great, because it makes us feel not alone. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. Why? I'm not going to cry, but that makes me want to cry, and Catherine is tearing up a little bit.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. What a very kind and generous first call. But what is the point of it? What is the point of any of this? I'm not going to have a breakdown like I did before on air. I just don't know. What is the point of you, Fiona? If you don't mind me asking, I know it sounds quite an aggressive question, but what is the point of you?
It doesn't, because I've thought the same when you were talking about that 5-10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I thought, I thought about what I would say to you. And basically, I lost my dad to cancer 3 years ago. I was working in a call centre and I had a total mental breakdown. And, I changed career to become a taxi driver. It seems so random, but I love it. And one of the things that reminds me and tells me that I am doing what I need to do is that I have saved 2 people from committing suicide by driving a taxi. I saw a girl on the bridge. I was the first on scene, called the police, pulled over and spoke to her. And another guy tried to hang himself, and I took him for free to the local hospital, took him in and made sure that the nurses knew what was going on, because I get more information out of him than they did. He froze when he went into hospital, and I contacted him a few weeks later, and he thanked me because he's getting help he needs. It's just about finding help at the right time, because no other driver stopped to pick him up. So those 2 things in the last 2.5 years tell me I'm where I need to be. Maybe a few months in between, I feel as if, what's the point? What am I doing? Kind of like yourself, but there's just a few points we can help others along the way. We're just all trying to get through this floating ball in space, just trying to make it to the other end as happy as we can be amidst all the rubbish that happens. So that's all I cling to, is helping others, even if it's just one person a year.
You're a very wise soul. Fiona.
Super immature, but yeah, I can be.
Yeah, you're very wise. That's, what you've just said there, you've told us so much. What you just said there is beautiful.
Thank you.
Really sorry for the loss of your dad. That is,
Alright, it happens. It
does-
happens.
it
Some
does
people
happen.
have had worse losses.
I don't know if you listen to The Archers, Fiona, but there was an old guy in it, whose name I can't remember, and he was in his 90s, and he died. Been in it for like 50 years. And
Yeah, I remember it. I used to listen to it before I switched over to you guys.
And then he died, a couple of months ago. And they hadn't dealt with it in the series. And they dealt with it today, where at the end of yesterday's episode, his son, who's in his 60s, and in the soap, the guy's 98, he was about that in real life. At the end of yesterday's episode, his son walked in and went, Dad? Oh, Dad. And then the beginning of this episode, Kath's going, the beginning of this episode, the first 5 minutes, it was stunning. I really suggest you listen to it on iPlayer. It was this guy in his 60s talking to his 98-year-old dad who was dead. He'd found him dead. And my dad died like 6 years ago, but man, Fiona, I was taken back there. And it was so beautiful, and it was so simple, and it was just him saying, oh, it's going to get me going now. It was just him saying, do you mind if I sit with you for a few minutes, Dad, before I tell everyone else? Oh my God, Fiona. And I was sat in the car, and I had to pull over, and I was sobbing for my dad, who died years ago. It was beautiful. And just the way you've shared what you shared there, if you get a chance, first 5 minutes of tonight's episode of The Archers on iPlayer, I just think there might be something in there for you. There might not be, in which case you've wasted 5 minutes of your time. But it was so beautifully done and so simple that maybe have a little listen to that.
Yeah, I will when it's quiet later on. I just took a few minutes out to give you guys a call because
Thank you.
I don't want you to think that what you're doing with Kath on here is a waste of time or a waste of your energy, because even if it is only a few thousand people, those few thousand people don't have many other places to turn to hear someone speak to them like they need to be spoken to. So you're not sugarcoating stuff, you're saying it how it is, and it's a real show that's not just focusing on all this Brexit rubbish and everything else. You're speaking to us like mates down the pub. I know that you were on about being at the pub earlier on, so I think that's where you are. There's no other show that I've found on the radio, because I spend hours in the car, in the taxi. No one else is doing what you're doing, and screw the bosses if they don't see how amazing it is. But it's unique, and it's wonderful, and that's where you need to be, and more people need to tell you how amazing it is, rather than swear at you just because they don't agree with some of the stuff you say. It's your opinion, you're allowed it. You're allowed to be not well some days, you're allowed to feel hopeless, but you're human beings, and what you do is amazing and special, so thank you for entertaining me most nights.
Thanks for the good work you're doing as well, and we'll speak to you again soon, Fiona. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, Kath.
Take care. Bye-bye. What a wise soul. Can we put the ads together, Amy, and we'll come out a little bit early? Thank you very much. What a call. You've gone, look. You've gone, what part? We've got a couple more calls, but what part there? What hit you there? If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to share with us.
It's just a reminder of, what the aim was for this show, and it's good to know it's working.
Let's go to Mike. Good evening, Mike.
Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Gosh, that last call has hit us a bit, actually. Wasn't she incredible?
Wow. I don't know what to say off the back of that. I want to thank you guys, seriously, unbelievably. I've just gone through the second anniversary of my brother killing himself, shortly after that happened, you guys, because you can't sleep when you've been through that kind of thing, and you guys kept me sane and going, and a bit of humanity every night when when you can't get to sleep at midnight and you can't go into bed without seeing what you've seen and having all the horrors and the bad stuff you've been through for 6 months trying to get your brother help before he decided that life wasn't worth living. And you guys have unequivocally, and now I listen to the podcast every morning, so I've completely stopped listening to every other podcast. In fact, I'm always on catch up with you guys. But you're immense, absolutely immense. I can't begin, there's no point to this, Ian. It's some weird biological experiment that's ended up us being alive, mate. We exist. We have kids. We just are, and every minute you're alive, just embrace it and do it. But you guys, for me, it's my tube journey into work. It's been a saviour on bad nights when I've been unable to sleep, and I need to thank you both. And Kath, you are amazing. Just keep it going, man. Don't let it stop. This can't stop. Yeah. I'm not actually structuring the sentence in any kind of meaningful way anymore, but there we go.
Thank you, man.
It means so much to me, and I think I'm probably saying that on behalf of thousands of people. And coming on after the eloquence and genius of Fiona, I feel very humble. So
you're a good man,
just
Mike.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
guys.
mate.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. And doesn't it sound facile? I'm sorry for the loss of your brother. Doesn't that sound cheap and throwaway? But if you're a listener, it's meant with sincerity, and I appreciate that. I'm moving on very quickly just because we've got time for one more call. Now the phones go crazy. Martin, we've only got a minute, I'm afraid, mate.
Hello, Ian. I was going to say, I don't know your out time, but really, I was almost tempted to put the phone down because you just can't top Mike and Fiona. And very simply, this is essential what you're doing. We spoke about, 2 weeks ago. You thought you'd heard me before. But this is what you almost dismissed that thought earlier on, and I'm glad. I think during Fiona's call you brought it back, what life's all about. You need to explore that a bit more, because that's the thing, everyone's so busy wrapped up in their daily lives that they very quickly forget that question, and trying to get to the bottom of it, we never will, of course, but trying to understand it really does help in life, on your daily routine, that sort of thing. But absolutely brilliant, Mike. Top call. Same to Fiona and Kath and Ian. We're blessed that you're there. I'll call you again at a better time, obviously.
Give us a call earlier in the show next time, Martin.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate your call, though, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, Ian.
Thanks, Martin. Have a great weekend. We've got to move on because Killer Kelner's here. And the last host that didn't let him do a talk up, let's just say, Castrato.
Absolutely.
With his teeth.
Oh my God. I took no pleasure in it. I just did it, because it was what was expected.
But that's why I respect you, because there was no pleasure taken.
No pleasure taken.
It was a job that had to be done. 57.50, we've got to be out precisely.
57.50, no problem.
Nice to
That's
see you,
more
Martin. You were
to
off last week.
Yes, I was.
Were you doing anything? Or just...
Yes, I was taking my daughter to university. She's started.
Wow.
And we'll be covering that tonight in my little podcast thing. It's quite interesting because she's on about how difficult it is to make friends, straight from out of nowhere. For 18 years she lived with these people, that's me and her mother, and now all of a sudden she's plucked away and she's just plonked with some other people. She's got a roommate as well, you see.
She doesn't know.
Who she doesn't know, completely out of nowhere. Yeah. So she's now she's had her own bedroom and everything. She's almost like an only child.
This isn't the last one to leave. Is this the last one to leave
it's the last one. We're now.
So you and your wife, you're now.
I was staring at each other with just
really? Is it all right?
ill-disguised contempt. It's terrible. But I've got actually we've got my son staying with us at the moment.
Okay. So the rotting is still kept to a minimum, but
yes, no, my son's still with us, although because he's buying a place, so he's staying with us while it all goes through.
I'm sure we're out of time. I look forward to listening to that.
Bless you.
Thank you very much, Amy. Martin's up next. We're back on Monday at 10. Best of tomorrow at 10:30. This is Talk Radio.
On DAB, digital radio, online and on mobile.
We are Talk Radio.